Well, it's because I am an athlete of some sorts. I've got a funny story about it. I'll tell you after. Sweet. Dungeons and Dragons. It's been a whole week and a day, and I've not been here. The PC's turned on. The camera, I think, is fixed a little bit. And I haven't written up my notes, so we're going to remember together what happened. As you're still on the boat, the long road or canal down from Newmanga to civilization, to the Islet Kingdom, passing through Easterble, which is made up of these multiple mini towns, all called the same thing. You pass through Far Easterble, I've got the names of them now, which was in the north, where you picked up some very confident adventurers who were brought on onto Merkin's crew to help keep your goods prepared. Keep your goods protected. That's what I'm looking for. And they were promptly killed almost in entirety by Peritons, which went really well. But the rest of the party stepped in, so some of them stepped in, Koss dealing the final blows, and Zilna as well stepping out to help get rid of and protect the convoy from the attacks. You also helped remove the threat of some gnolls that had been killing off some of the local wildlife, and in doing so had managed to hunt down as well some deer. So building yourself some good graces with the crew and the rest of the merchants aboard the ship, where the Talons, who are undercover, are not doing so. At the last stop, as well as that happening, two characters of note joined the party. It was the old couple that one of them was definitely Jenny the Hagmanist. There was a what could be human, maybe half elf figure who was cloaked and has made their way into the Talon camps, had been accepted by the Talon crews, where everybody else has been sitting and working or living amongst the tugboats. There was also a gnome who has been keeping her eye on all of you at different stages, dotting about, tracking your movements as you have been tracking hers, and tracking the Talons as well. But as we stand at the moment, no movement has happened between any of the groups. We believe there is a Dragonborn Talon in the coach at the very, very back that is keeping an eye on Zilna. But other than that, boating life continues. You are into your, I believe this is the 5th day, right? End of the 5th day? We did this before. Shit. Definitely around the end of the 5th day.
It's the evening of day 21, or whatever that is in comparison to the boats.
Yes, I think it's
I think he said, may have
said
said 6th, or going into 6th.
Going into the 6th day yesterday, last night there was a concentrated thunderstorm, or in the evening, where one, you could see that the thunderstorm was not completely natural. They had a shape to it that seemed to be cylindrical. It was like a big round mass that was traveling quite quickly through the sky. And with Willow's perception check being slightly better than the rest of you, spotting a central piece to this storm, what looked like a rock with a castle on top that was shooting through and flying through the sky. And that was where we were. So yeah, as the nighttime comes, there is no long rest. There's only short rest available, as you will take up camp in the evening, as we will be going into day 6. Was there anything anybody wanted to do in the evening before we move forward to another day on the river?
I guess I would have just wanted to say to the rest of the group that about the gnome also taking interest in me and like looking at me through the portholes when I was under deck, and generally just state to everyone that I'm a bit paranoid that I keep getting recognised and people keep staring at me. And what and I guess thinking about the end of this journey when we get to the capital, how that will play into trying to get into the capital.
Well, not only that, we've got that and Peril's name And Merrin's in makeup. Some days it looks better than others. We've been using our own names, and Cos is green, so I think we're probably in a little bit of trouble when we get to the capital anyway. We should probably think about that, you're right. Also, why is everyone interested in you? What did you do before you came here that means that everybody knows you and is now following you around?
I don't know what I've done that could mean everyone's. I mean, the Dragonborn, that makes sense because Talon's right.
So
But-
you've not seen that Dragonborn before?
Don't recognise them.
First insight of the night. It's an 11.
I guess I'll go that roll instead of the other one. Does that actually roll? Does it take him forever to roll? I rolled a dirty 20. Yes, I do not recognise that person. I am telling the truth.
Can I insight check Hayward instead of his character, please?
No.
I mean, I actually don't know the person, do I? I'm pretty sure I didn't recognise him when I was looking back at him before.
Would that insight have covered the fact that he says he doesn't know why everybody knows him, or do I need to roll again to... I don't mind rolling again if it's a different part of the question. Like, if he doesn't have an inkling as to why.
You mean you want to roll again? Because you didn't like that roll.
No, for the different bit. I mean, because I don't want to put you in a position where you're like, I rolled a 20, but actually maybe he wants to deceive me about not having an insight rather than...
I rolled a persuasion based on the Dragonborn. So if you want to...
Yeah, I'll insight you again, please. But for the... that you've... This is how it's going to go today, boys.
Mhm.
That you don't have any indication why everybody seems to know you. Like, what happened before? Why would they now be looking for you specifically? You might want to roll it just yourself as well, because I can see if it's perception or deception.
Yeah,
and it
I'm
was
trying to see. Because you only roll... I guess I'll just roll to DM, and that will show me still in it.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Rolled a 14.
Oh, I beat you. Better tell me the truth then, I suppose.
That's not really how it works. It's kind of how it works.
I mean, he has a look that he may have some inklings to why a gnome might recognise me, but doesn't know this particular gnome, so...
Okay.
It's not a strong kind of, oh, it's definitely that.
Cool. Willow's eyebrow goes up ever so slightly, and she will remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, interrogation done.
Walked straight into that one, didn't I?
Yeah,
You know?
you did.
Yep.
I've been so happy to be on the side. Perfect. So you all set up your camps as usual. The storm has passed by. The ground is slightly wet, but it doesn't affect too much your camping arrangements for the evening. You can see that the talent in front of you, the 4 carriages that are in front, are taking a little longer to get prepped as they are checking their cargo a lot more into this evening, having not got their tarpaulins over in time when the storm came over, and a lot of their boxes got sodden and soaked through. So they are doing some work there to reshift stuff around. A lot longer, like an hour or so into the rest of you already having your camp set up. But yeah, you'll set up as standard in whatever arrangement you normally would. Oh my god, I've got hiccups. And can take a short long rest. Lovely.
I think while we're camping, I would tell everyone like what I know, what I saw inside the... I can't remember if I did it last time. Inside the bar with the gnome, keeping eyes on that human, and
Yep.
I suspected that he was meant to join the Talons. We don't know that for sure, but I didn't recognise any of the people from any of the badges that we know of, so I assume they're the Talons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'd want to try and, if I can, talk to the gnome while we're all camping.
To who? Sorry.
The gnome, the female
Yeah.
gnome. Just, I introduce myself
Mm-hmm.
as Gim. I don't say Gimba, I just say Gim.
Yep.
Say, I'm one of the guards here on the thing, on the caravan. And so one of my duties is to, keep an eye out for people to join and their intentions. And I notice you seem to be keeping eyes on a particular person. Just out of security reasons. Is there any particular reason?
The gnome turns to you, and it's a younger gnome, that much younger than Zilna, although your knowledge, I suppose, of age of gnomes would be a little bit sparse, but you can see it's much younger gnome than Zilna. Tells you the kind of furrowed brow. She goes, I'm watching you, you're watching me. What's the problem with that?
Right. Nothing. I was rather not so much you watching me per se as one of the other travellers you came on board with. I
Oh,
just wanted to. Is there any particular reason? Is he known to be a thief or dangerous? That's just all I'm asking here.
she
Do you know him?
is going to insight you on whether you know anything and you are trying to hide it. So you can see again, she just furrows her brow towards you. So give me whichever charisma check you would like.
Okay, yeah, 17.
Nice. She's 19. So yeah, she looks into you and says, she's just trying to gauge what you're asking about that person. You know she's been looking, but it's like, she's kind of trying to work out, do you know who it is? And you're just trying to get her to say who it is, or is it the other way around? And you don't know anything, right?
No, it was a 17 persuasion I rolled.
She was to say, no, I'm just looking out for anybody. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at them. And she just kind of like points her way around the group. Some interesting characters on this caravan. Nothing untoward. Just keeping myself safe, like you're keeping yourself safe.
I can appreciate that.
And I would keep yourself safe. Some very interesting characters on this caravan.
Is that so? In what way? If you don't mind me asking.
Maybe not everyone is who they appears to be.
Interesting. Do you mind are you just travelling or are you working?
Give me a investigation check.
Oh, 9.
9. She is in some armors, but leather armors, so very standard for guard wear. So you know she's not just a traveller. You can also see that she is armed, has 2 short swords. But that is the standard gear that 90% of the people on this caravan are wearing. So you know that she's not at least a traveller, that she's someone else. But you can't pick up anything else with a 9 other than that she is wearing armor and does have some weapons about her.
An insight check on when she says interesting characters. Whether she's being truthful as if she believes that it is various characters or whether it's just this one person. She's particularly 14 insight.
14. You get the opinion that she means multiple characters.
Okay.
But whether that is
Well,
party members, whether that is crewmates, whether that she kind of points at everyone, Talon crew,
yeah.
your guys, the other guys, like she's like everyone there. Lots of interesting characters.
Okay. I appreciate the heads up.
Hey, I'll keep my watch out. You keep your watch out. Maybe we'll see something.
Yes. Well, it's nice to meet you. Keep yourself safe.
And that's
Have a good night.
she then does introduce herself as Hannah.
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 As in the traditional Hannah spelling, or?
Just Hana.
Oh, Hannah, you have yourself a good night.
You too.
And I go back to the group and relay that to everyone.
When Gimbar says that, I'll let everyone know what Merrin told me as well about the small figure, because I can't remember if we did it or not. Small figure getting into the boxes and that.
Yep.
Well, it seems that she's no stranger to these people. And he said it was the talent cargo she was going into?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Marin saw.
I think it was her.
Well, the way she suggested that not everyone might be who they appear to be. She wasn't specific about anyone, so we might need to be a bit more vigilant about the people we are surrounded by.
Can I do a perception check, looking over at her, see if she's looking over at us? That's 12.
12. She is looking. She is sat on her own, or out, like slightly away, not so far away that she wouldn't be able to see in the dim light or be able to be attacked because she's out on her own. But she is looking at you and looking at every group of people that are sat down. So as you glance over a few times she's looking at you guys, a few times she's looking at the other guys, a few times she's looking towards the Talons, a few times she keeps her gaze kind of consistently moving around. She's not zoning in on one lot.
Okay.
I'd like to repair relations with the grandparents as well. So at some point, just have a little chat with them, make sure that they're all right after everything that happened.
Yep.
And that they don't hate me or anything.
I will apologise to them for taking up their cabin with my bloodied body.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll say you didn't want to be in there with that. He's much better now.
Give me a persuasion check, either both, or one of you can do it with advantage if you're both going to speak to them.
I'll give you advantage on it, Vince.
That is a 24.
24.
Yeah, well, 23 and a 24.
You can see that they are sat up with the Furbolg in that front cabin, and as you go up and apologise for moving, you can see Dardry, the man, accepts the apology, and you can see that he feels a bit more comfort, gaining a little bit of comfort from you apologise and see what's going on. Bida, though, is just checks that you're okay, so like seeing that the state you're in and understand how dangerous the road is. You can see that her main thought was that you are okay and that you are back up, and how scary it was being on the road. And they will thank you, and then essentially give like a bit of a blessing to be like, oh, hopefully we don't see anything else from here till their stop.
I think the sugar bun helped. And I
I was
wink
about
at
to say the same thing.
She smiles. Says, well, there may be some more.
And then to the Furbolg.
Yep.
Just say like, hello again. How are you doing?
He will go and speak like, good evening. Hey. Good work with the beasts earlier. Thank you for looking after us.
Of course. Are the three of you travelling together? Are you a group?
No. Oh no. But I will keep these company on the way down. Don't worry about that.
Oh, that's lovely. And if you need more company, me and my friend, we're working on the middle ship, and my friend here, as I just to Zilna, though I don't trust him anymore. He's working just in the same area as well. So if you're at a loss for something to do pop by. Whereabouts are you guys travelling to? Where are you going to be disembarking?
The Ferbal kind of defers to the older couple. Well, they tell you they will be going all the way to near Easterbourne, which is like the last stop, the main part, the biggest town part of Easterbourne. But he will be getting off at the next stop, the next inn stop. It's a couple of days away.
Would I have ever been there?
You would have
Maybe
passed
passed
back.
through it,
Yeah,
but
the same
not-
way you would have passed through. Yeah, so you know near Easterbourne, where the older couple go in, is like the town, is the main big part of the town, is the closest to the Islet Kingdom, and it's where a lot of the trade comes off boat, goes onto cart, a bit like Newmonger. Doesn't all do it, but a lot of it comes off trade, goes onto cart, and goes these different ways. So it's a much bigger habitat. That is the remit of the King's brother. That's his big Easterbourne in totality is, but near Easterbourne is the large principalities with the biggest towns that sit in small city. The other one, the other stop, you would have stopped out on the way up, which will just be Easterbourne itself, and that's where the Furbolgs getting off. That's the heart of farmland, and a lot of the farmland is run by Furbolgs. So it kind of makes sense.
Right. Are you getting off? Are you going there for work? Or I think I might have stopped through there once, but I'm not really familiar with what's around the area.
I said that. Yep. Working on the farms. So I'll be jumping off when we get to the inn, the Green Furbolg. That's my stop.
Ah, a fitting pub name or a fitting inn name for the area. Lovely. Well, let us know if you need anything, and sorry again for the mishap, but I'll come and check in on you if that's okay, just to see that everything's okay.
Yeah, Rita is very happy.
Ah, maybe I'll get an iced bun.
Not that happy.
There's time. Okay, thank you.
You see, and you are, what have we said, 5 days in now, and nearly into your 6th day. As you can see that the natural smaller groups are starting to expand a little more. You're seeing more people mix in this evening part, except of course the Talon groups who stay on their boat at the back and keep their camp to themselves. In the north, everyone else, it becomes every day it becomes a little bit more relaxed. So again, you guys moving around talking to each other is very, very normal because you are on a 2-week essentially river cruise with these guys. So yeah, it's a very normal place to move about and talk to each other.
Fabulous.
Oh, lovely. So the night time passes. You'll get rest in your individual tents, camps, and awake bright and early in the morn as the porridge. Yep.
Oh, no, I was going to say you were doing a morgy thing. I was going to say, how hungover are the lads when they come back?
Hungover?
Yeah, they're in a pub.
That was
That's the night before.
yeah,
Oh, that was the night before.
that was
Oh,
the
sorry.
night before. Yeah. This one
I've lost a
people were
day.
dead. You lost a day. People are dead. So not so much hungover, more being happy to be alive than anything else. In the morning, the camp crew, the tugboat crew will put together the normal breakfasts, or the oatmeals and stuff. And as you get later into day 5 now, you still they are serving very basic rations for breakfast. So oats kind of get big boiled up in a big pot, served out to everyone that wants them. Who would be sat with who for breakfast this morning? Would you all stay fairly close together, or would you disappear off for your porridge servings?
Can I do a nature check to look for berries and stuff again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Harold would probably just stay with the Goliath, the barbarians, and his higher up manager.
Yep.
That's 13.
13. Yeah. You find, again, like bramblebush, starberries, so some blackberries, some currants.
Perfect. And I want to give those. I want to give those to my boys.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and remember, you also have
Bribe them with food.
You have the last remaining survivor, the half-elf, from the fake troop.
Oh, how is... Hold on, I've got my notes up. How is old Silky looking today? Are they still very sad?
Yeah, a little bit better today, but yeah, still pretty shell-shocked that their plan went so spectacularly wrong. But
When I'm...
it has been consoled, so is a bit better and feels a little bit, I suppose, not so on their own.
I'm not going to say anything, but when I'm handing out the berries, I'm going to give her more, just as a peace offering type thing.
Nice.
Not that it'll help, but just as like a nice gesture.
And she kind of joins in with the rest of you and your crew. Technically was still hired on, even if she's not very good at fighting, and doesn't seem to have a problem with that. Kind of following your lead on it. So
Perfect.
Merrin and crew sit down and have theirs. Yeah, who would be?
I'd probably go to the group that, the gnome and to the others.
Yep.
With it, Kendry and that.
Should we stay with Philomena, Gimbar? The three of us sit together. I can sit a meter away if you would like some time.
No, it's fine.
It's a meter away.
Let's not make it awkward.
Yeah. Even more awkward.
Playing it cool.
Hard to get.
Cool. So, Zilna, as you sat down with the rest of the crew from the place that I definitely didn't forget the name of, Nimblefingers, of course, not forget. Rest of the Nimblefingers crew, having your oatmeal. As you are about to, you all sat around kind of chatting, everyone's got their bowls down, a few people, and Zilna, as you go to take your first bite, you have your hand just pushed down slightly. As reaching through across the table, you see Hannah, the gnome, who puts your hand down and just puts her finger to her lips. She kind of looks left and right and then squeezes in, pushes into the table to sit across from you. And then takes her blade out, pops it into your oatmeal, turns it kind of, stabs something within, or scrapes something within, turns it up, and like kind of holds it under your nose. Give me an investigation check.
That's an 18.
18. You can see this on the end of the dagger is this. At quick glance, could have been like just a husk. Could have been like the husk of like a no. But you can see the intricate detail of something that is kind of curled around in on itself. As she says to you, "That's a sliver of bone." She's like, "That's curled right up into a little ball, so when you swallow it down and it warms up, you won't even notice. But that'll open up inside you, and its barbs will cut you from the inside. It's a slow, painful death." She looks at the rest of your crew and says, "I suggest you all check your dinners." She takes the
Thank you.
knife, like kind of wipes it off, resheaves it in her resheaves it, puts it back, the knife back in her sheath, and says, "Well, looks like we might be in a little bit of trouble." And she kind of throws her eyes over to where the Talon camp are looking. And as she does that and looks over, it's kind of, you see Kedri and a few of the guys look over. You can see a few of the Talons are looking back your way. She says, "I'd watch yourself." And then she looks towards you, Zilna, and she'll catch eyes with you as well, Kos, if you're there, and says, "I suggest we talk this evening." And then she pushes back from the table, pats Kedri on the back, just disappears back round the side where you guys are eating.
I will immediately push away the rest of the bowl of the oatmeal, and I will not eat.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of just sit there. kind of like sigh. It's like,
Yeah.
that's close.
You see the rest of them start going through their oatmeal and they're picking out bits, and they're like, they're picking out bits that look like husk, that look like they could be the same. Some of them could be bloody insect eggs. God knows what's going on in there. But yeah, as you sit back, she disappears from the corner. Suggests you chat later this evening. The rest of you have breakfast as normal. Good luck.
Yeah,
As
brilliant.
the day continues.
Good luck. That's never a good sign.
Didn't ask who to sit with who. Nice. So, rest of breakfast is consumed by those that are consuming breakfast and those that are not, as the camps are packed away by the crewmen, as they get the ships, the engines start churning up, and they are pushed off for another trip down the old river. As we are into day 6. The morning is very uneventful. The river is a little, you can see that the way the storm had come up had clearly hit a lot more of the river canal the further south you'd get, and some of the banks broke slightly. Like this sudden influx of this downpour had caused the banks in certain areas to break, and you can see that also the canal itself becomes a little bit more meandering. It's a lot straighter for the start, but now as you're getting in, where irrigation paths are called off, there's a lot more meandering of the canal. But the morning goes without any problems, and it's around the lunchtime area when you hear a call go out from the front of the ship. One on a kind of dog leg of the canal. The crew hadn't got the ships round, and the front of the ship's pushed around again. These tugs kind of push all of these crates in front, so that front tug is pushing forward. The crew will run out and use their barge poles to make sure that they're guiding the wagons, these front boats, round the banks where they can. One of them on one of these tighter banks catches the edge, and you hear a call go out as the rest of the ships stop and start to part alongside each other, as one of the Colt's crates from one of the wagons just in front of the guys, in front of Roger and Jack. So where Peril, you guys have a tugboat, and then there's a one in front of you. From that first crate, as it's gone round, 3 of the Talon's crates have kind of made it around the 4th one as it starts to it's all all shunted into each other, and you hear the splosh as a couple of crates have fallen into the water, and one of them has smashed open. So the call goes out. Big shouts. The crew give the shout out first, and then you hear arguments and the screams going out from the Talons. You can hear, and it would be, so Peril, you'd have the best view, and then the guys, and then Merrin, you would hear closest down to the nimble fingers behind. You'd hear it going, but you wouldn't be able to get there straight away. You can hear that the crew that you know of, the Talon crew, are shouting at the tugboat crew. They're shouting at Roger and Jack, essentially giving them what's worth, calling them fucking imbeciles for crashing the boat. They're then shouting at the everyone to turn away, to stop looking. Like they should be looking at what's in these crates. And the Furborg, seeing what's happened, you can see had dropped down into the canal, and it's not too deep for him. Wades up to about chest height, him being about 7, probably 7.5 foot tall, and was starting to lift the boxes out. When he's just being fully berated by these guys. So as we kind of pause in this scene, you guys that closest can hear the Talons are just absolutely berating the crew, absolutely berating those that are on board that are helping, and some of the passengers.
So they're berating the Firbolg.
The brain of Firbolg, Firbolg just jumped off straight away. He's seen the crate go in and is trying to pick up the crate and put it back on. He's done nothing else. But there is a crate that is smashed. Peril, you'd see it's there. The crate that's smashed open, it's like inside is full of wool to protect the goods, but what spills out are gems, necklaces, lots of, like, a full array of shiny gold just sprawls out on the side of one of these wagons.
I will, seeing what's happened, I will ask the big guy, I can't remember his name, Mock?
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
To help the Furborg and grab any of the other crew to give him a hand. keep one person, like one of you needs to stay back to look after our goods.
Yeah.
And I'll just go over to the Talons and be like, he's helping you. Should you be in there helping him get your stuff up instead of just, like, arguing and shouting at people? Like, we don't give a crap what's in your crates. Obviously, I'm lying.
Yeah.
But I'll do a deception check if I have to.
Yeah. Give me.
How about? Sorry.
Yeah. Give me a persuasion or deception.
I will go with they're both the same. Go with deception. Ooh, 19.
19, nice. Yeah, as you go around to say that, Mock takes the crate out of the hands of the Furbolg, who's the Furbolg is stood just like almost like in shock, just like bright eyes. He's holding this crate. It's not a very big crate in the grand scheme of things, that he's just trenched out of the water and he's getting ready to put it back on, and it's just like this human kind of Talon guard is just fucking swearing in his face to put it down, to leave where it goes, as Mock goes around to kind of help him, and then you say that the Talon turns around to you, and this Talon is I don't. You guys did you guys pick out who the leader was going to be, right? Let's go with the big old Tash. Let me find it.
Got the name.
You got the name Borash.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see this larger set, like muscly set human, big black tash, black hair, slick back, slight silvering to the hair and to the moustache. Just turns to you and essentially, having heard you turn that, turns back, she says, "Get the fuck out of here! This is none of your fucking business. Turn around, look after your own fucking cargo. Get that Furbolg out of the fucking water and get me my crate back in here." As he turns back and he starts berating the rest of his crew as well. Mock, seeing this and seeing what you have done, just bats the crate out of the Furbolg's hand and grabs the Furbolg and pulls him out, and then turns back. And Mock will just say to you, "Not our fight. Clearly don't want our help then, do they?" And he pats the Furbolg on the back and says, "Don't worry about it," and kind of walks him back to the area. Yeah, Peril, that guy berates into you, gives you what's what, and then turns without a second thought back as he starts ordering the rest of these guys. There's a few of these guards are scooping up the gold and stuff and trying to get it back into a crate as quick as possible.
From where I am, you said I'm a bit further back for hearing.
You would be the next one in line after Peril.
Can I still see what's going on? Or is there a boat?
Yeah. Okay. So the whole ship's had to stop, and actually what's happened is the second boat, your tugboat, has had to come alongside because you can't stop them that quickly. So yours has kind of come alongside. So Peril would have had first view, you'd have second view. And it's going to take him a while to clean up this mess here, but you can hear him just berating and swearing at the guys that are there.
Well, there's no point. I was going to say my initial thought was, I wonder if I recognise any of the jewellery from the hideout. Yeah. But no, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to be able to do that. I just want to. Okay, I just want to keep an eye on proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything I want to look for specifically. I just want to kind of look at sort of the haste that they're trying to get things, how urgent they are, because it's obvious that they've got lots of crates of this stuff, and it seems like they're very overly protective of it. So I just want to kind of watch the situation. I don't think there's anything I want to look for specifically. I just want to keep an eye out. And maybe laugh a little.
Yeah, I think that's where the barbarian crew kind of get to. But yeah, Paris, you up to what you do after that point. But yeah, as he turns around and fucking just swears, goes back, they're clearing it all up, and you can hear this Borash, this black moustached fellow, just be like, "You lot better watch yourself, because any of this fucking is missing. We know exactly who's been near it and who's touched what." As he points around and he points to the people that are like essentially looking on at what's going on now, as the rest of this crew are trying to scrabble in. Two of them jump in the water to get a crate out, to get it back on the side, and they're fishing around. You're going to be here for about 10-15 minutes since this gets sorted.
You know the Talons that are at the back of the boat, have they made their way forward to see what's going on?
They are looking to see what's going on, but they haven't left there. They're not.
Would they be able to see from there because they're right at the very back?
They'd be able to see that it's stopped, but they wouldn't be able to get an idea of exactly what's going on. Give me a perception / it would be perception check. For their movements.
13.
13. You can see if they are looking, and a few of them have drawn swords. As if they are waiting for some sign that they need to move. But again, Merrin's assumption, you can see that these guys are on edge.
Yeah.
Like
Can
to
I
hear
go-
a thing and draw a sword straight away, it's like, what? There's no sign.
Yeah. This is probably absolutely stupid, but I don't really care. We're going to die from porridge anyway. Can I walk towards the Nimblefingers boat?
Mm-hmm.
So away from what's happening?
Yep.
Could I see what was happening from our boat? If I kind of like peer around to try and work out what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I want to feed it backwards what's happened and why we've stopped.
Yeah. So what I would say, I think that first one would have come in, and then depending, you were staying on with Ian and Ricky, right? That tugboat is the one that is slowly kind of pulling alongside because you've got it slowing down. So yeah, you would have a good view as it starts to pull up and eventually stop because you're kind of like four carts. So
Yeah.
Merrin and Peril have great view of what's going on, and essentially as it pulls alongside, you are all just watching as these crew are frantically grabbing out of the jumped in the water, grabbing boxes out, diving down to the bottom of the canal to try and find stuff, scooping up the stuff that's there, and it would only be the two Nimblefingers and the talisman behind that have no clear sight of what's going on.
So if I could walk to the Nimblefingers boat and just say to Zilna and Kos if they're around, the boat at the front, talons, boxes all in the water, they're frantically collecting it. And then could I walk towards the back boat?
Yep.
Not too close, but essentially I want to call out to them because I imagine that they've come forward on their boat with their swords, being all panicky, and just say that we're stopping because the boat at the front, there's crates in the water. They're trying to collect the goods that have gone in there. And as I say it, can I incite them for a reaction?
Yeah. You don't need to insight for a reaction. When you say that, you see one of them turn, gives like a command or a quiet command that you would hear from the distance you shouted at, and two of them resheath their swords, jump off along the canal side and run up to the top, leaving just two talons on the back boat.
Okay, cool. Oh, either of them the Dragonborn?
Dragonborn stays on the boat.
He's one of the two
One
that
of the
stays
two that
behind.
stays,
Okay.
But yeah,
Does he look at me in a nice way or in a horrible way? Or in a different
way? You shout that as they're looking. He then turns, says something. Two of them swords go in. He puts his sword away, and then they jump off onto the canal side and then run up the bank, run along the bank, not up the bank, along the bank to the front.
Not even a thank you.
No, they're quite rude.
Cool.
As
So
you walk back, Gimbart, Wilhelmina will say to you, let's just have a little wander, take a little look. As she drags you along to just slow walk up to get sight of what's going on at the front. It's a bit of goss.
Yeah.
As I walk through the Nimblefingers, I'll tell Zilna and Kos. Actually, I'll just tell Zilna. Dragonborns stayed on their boat. There's only two left. The other two have gone to the front to have a look. Because I don't want to make it look like I was sneaky just telling the talons. I want to basically be like, I'm just seeing who's still around. So that he knows Dragonborn's still behind him. And then I'll go back to Wilhelmina and that. And I'll tell Ian, because I imagine he's at the thing, and just be like, well, they didn't bother helping us when things went wrong, but they seem to be helping their own. Just sort of stir in the pot.
Yeah. They hear him just shake. As they've got to stop the boats, essentially.
As Willow's passing, I will mention what Hannah found in my food.
What? We all had porridge this morning.
Like
I didn't see anything in ours.
Yeah,
Willow grabs her belly now, convinced she's going to become some sort of beast, maybe like a mind flayer or something.
Well,
Oh,
my God,
God.
it's a bit bad porridge.
I'll tell Zilna. She didn't. I know this sounds really rude, but she didn't put it in there herself. Like if it was on the end of a knife or anything. No.
I don't think so. I don't know. She could have done. So,
Well, let's hope that she was doing it as an ally. She said she wants to speak to you tonight. Did you
Yeah.
tell me that bit or not?
I would have done that.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All I know is she took it out of her. So
They really
don't think anyone else found anything in theirs, but so whether it's just me, I mean, I'm just being even more paranoid than I was before, but
there was not one in
people watching
Cosmos
me.
when he looked. When he dug around.
Assume not.
The rest of the crew that were there were going through and picking stuff out of their thing, but some of them looked like normal. No one found anything that they could.
It looked like what was
100%.
taken out mine.
They all looked a little bit like what was taken out for yours is the problem. But like some of them, they could have easily been like eggs, maybe from something that was laid before. Could have been just husks of oats, could have been anything. So everyone that was pulling stuff out was just pulling stuff out frantically, being like, "Is this one? Is this one?" And then it was just like, "Let's just leave the potch."
Okay. I'll let Gimbar know. If you notice anything else strange, let us know.
Sorry, I should have come over earlier. I was in shock.
Luckily for you, Willow is a paladin. She won't hold this against you, but just know that I will. No, of course, Silna. No problem. I appreciate you must have been in shock having seen that there was a strange bug that would tear you from the inside out. I better get back to Gimbar. I'll keep in touch.
Yeah. As you turn to look up, you can see that Philomena and Gimba are making their way forward. As you can see, you're like keeping up with hearing the shouts of what's going out and some of the like whispers that have come back down. Hearing that this could be golden jewels. Philomena's quite interested in seeing what's up there as she makes her way, not right in front of them, but she's not hiding her presence to have a look at what is being collected. As she says to you, Gimba, she's like, "Wow, I heard rumours, but quite the haul that. If that's one box, I wonder what's in the rest."
Yes, well, I would guess more of the same. Wonder what they need it for.
She can see the two boats have kind of like pulled alongside. They're not like touching because you'd be squishing the guys that have jumped off, but the guys that are in the water like lifting stuff out or diving down and then pulling out. You can see one of them pulls out with like one chain, dives back down again. She just like leans over to those that are in the water and just says, "Well, if you need anyone to buy these goods, I know a very good jeweler up in Newmonger." And she has a little chuckle as she goes to turn back. That Orish guy comes over the top and says, "Did you have something to do with this? I bet you had something to do with this. You fucking merchant. You can't trust any of you. If I find out any of it's gone, you're the first one on my list." And she kind of looks back at him and she goes to her dagger slightly.
I step in between him and her.
As she says, as he again goes back. The guy can't keep his attention on like one person for long enough as he's moving around. But yeah, her little quip and joke has got his nose up as well.
Can I insight check the pair of them?
The who?
Vilhelmina and Barash. I insight check Vilhelmina's into her quip.
Yep.
Is it to gather whether it's her intentions behind it?
Yep.
And for him, whether he's just generally angry about the whole situation or he's sort of fearful for some repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll for Vilhelmina first. That's 13.
13. She has a poker face, but in this instance doesn't have a very good one. You get the from her quip, even her line to you about, well, if that's in one box, I wonder what's in the rest. You get the feeling she knows exactly what's in the rest of those boxes. Yeah. How she knows, you're not sure. But if someone's moving a lot of crates of stolen goods that have been moved around, you get the feeling that she knows exactly what's in the rest of those boxes.
Okay.
But seeing it for yourself. For him,
and for Barash,
I don't think I don't think even the
15,
insight check,
whatever it is.
passive insight would be enough. Just that you can see that, the way that he's snapping at everyone, this is someone that is fearful of repercussion. 100% fearful of repercussion.
Would I link this back to what we overheard as "Don't fuck this up"?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Who, like, you are working for Zephyrax, who has had people murdered just for fun. Like, has been told not to fuck this up. Has probably been told not to let anybody see what is in these crates. And one of these crates spilled over, gold and silver's gone, and how can they keep track of it? Like, this is a fuck up.
I will relay that to everyone when I see them. Obviously, Willow will be the first one.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll tell him what Zilna said. With the talons at the front where the boxes come off, is that the same set of boxes that Merrin saw a figure interfering with? Fabulous news.
It'd be the same wagon.
I have a question, just as a further thing. Obviously, said I was just keeping a general eye on proceedings. Can I see a small figure on any of the boats that kind of fits the general outline? I realise that's a kind of broad question, but just more like suspicions more than anything else, I think, is what I'm looking for.
For you, give me a perception check.
Please roll 19.
19. You can see at the end of your cargo, tucked in with some of your crew, the gnome is watching from your boat and has seen the contents of the box.
From my boat?
She's not on that boat. She's tucked in with your crew. Like, almost as your guys are stood, she stood just behind him, so you catch the back of her peeking through. But she is watching the proceedings as well from one of your boats.
Am I going to do something silly?
Depends.
How far away is she from me? She's on my boat, so she can't be that far.
Yeah, what did we say the boats were? The boats are from one end to the others.
And she's not looking in my direction, is she?
About 50 foot. No. She's looking, she's like
Perfect.
peering through your crew. So as you're stood at one end and you're surveying kind of like in a forward cone, she's on the far left of your cone and she's stood behind your crewmates.
Okay. I want to cast a cantrip. I want to cast message.
Yep.
And I want to say to her, I don't know how you did it, but I think we have similar motives. Nod if you agree.
She immediately is going to whip around.
She doesn't know where it came from.
Exactly, I know. She rolls.
It's anywhere with 120 foot. It could be from the bottom of the river.
Yeah, I said as in whip around as in looking. She doesn't answer the question. She looks straight around to find with a 7 perception check. Doesn't see, and then you see she disappears out of your line of sight, in between your guys, and she's.
So she doesn't respond to the message. Okay.
No.
Okay. Excellent. Where's Faywin? I need to pass on the message.
Faywin's in the Fey realm.
Oh, bugger. Where's Willow? Where's Willow? I need to pass on the message. Ow! I've done it again.
Faywin is in all of our hearts.
I'm just so used to saying the words.
That is quite funny. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Oh wait, shit, no. Cool.
Say the words, Art.
Sweet. So yeah, they get themselves up. Peril, anything else you want to do after being sworn at?
I'll just go back to the guys and be like, it might kick off, so be ready if it does. But yeah, don't help him.
Yep.
I wanted to speak to Philomena.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Do you know that idiot? Or who he's travelling with? Have you come across him before? He seemed very angry.
Wow, they should learn.
I mean,
to
I guess his
tap down.
cargo fell in the water, but
Exactly.
overly so.
No.
Especially to you. Do you have history?
Not with that person specifically, but if they represent who I think they represent, then they are known to be a little tetchy. They are quite a strict hierarchy.
Do I want an insight check her? To kind of insight check her on whether she's, when she says who I think they are, is if she means the Talons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think as she sees you ponder and puzzle, she'll just say to you, they're the Talons. Yeah, I thought you'd pick this up.
I mean, yes. That's who I thought they were. I mean, they're not in uniform, clearly, but...
Well, obviously.
I had my suspicions.
Yes. I mean, they're not very good undercover, to be honest, and nobody comes through and pays for 5 wagons that isn't part of one of the merchants. So we all had our suspicion, but when the caravan goes, the caravan goes. It's always good just to stick the knife in a little, though. Wind him up where you can, from a safe distance, of course. And she pats you on the shoulder with the appropriate bodyguards.
You're not a fan, I take it?
Oh, of course not.
No, well, something we have in common.
Good for business for some. She, as you cut, because you're kind of walking down back towards Ian and Ricky's, you walk past Ember Coils and you walk past the Splits, 2 merchants, where she is indicating to you that the good business for some, while you are passing these 2 wagons, she kind of gestures to both these wagons. Some people will do a deal with anybody these days, but for us...
So which ones are those? The Ember Coil and...
The Split. So the
Split, yeah.
The weapons crates that Merrin already suspected were going to Talons. And then the Ember Coil, which is Peril's Lot, which are the higher tier weapons.
No, I already know they're going to the Talons.
Hmm?
I already know they're going to the Talons.
Yes.
Yeah, you said suspect.
Oh, sorry.
No. Just to clear up that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. He knows. Yeah. So yeah, that's what she hints at as they get up. But she's like, for us, not so much some of the things we would deal with. We've had to move to other means. Certain special items are now harder to sell just to anybody, but we still make a living.
I think you have other means of getting certain items past them if they're not good for you.
She smiles and says, us? No. And winks.
Yeah. Something else I wanted to say. Oh, yes. So, it didn't seem much of a surprise to you of the cargo they were carrying.
Mm.
No. It just seemed, for me, the different contents, jewelry and what have you, it seemed a bit odd as to why they would need them.
I have no idea why. All I know is that this isn't the only cargo they've had coming of such of quantity, maybe. Yes, but this isn't the only precious goods that they have been moving in recent times. She's like, the Gilded Hills has been hit particularly hard.
People.
Sorry, you cut out a bit.
Sorry, as I was saying, taxing people, kind of stuff.
Mm.
Or not actual taking of.
Let's say their business terms make the mercantile look like angels.
Wow.
Mm.
I am not a fan of the mercantile, and that's...
The mercantile, at least they stick to their contracts, even if they are extortionate. But let's just say the Talons are doing the same deals, but the terms are not so favourable for those giving up the goods.
Yes, I can see why some, and I wink, don't find them as agreeable.
Yes. So when they have a mishap and the crate of lovely precious jewels falls in the canal, I can't help but enjoy it a little bit. But luckily I've got you two, and then Willow, she would be joining us. She's like, luckily I've got you two here to protect me. Should anything should happen, just make sure. She pats her briefcase that is still handcuffed to her. Make sure we keep me safe, and we'll all be good. Halfway there.
I have no intention of letting any harm come to you or the case.
She goes, oh, such a good boy.
Willow would generically ask, "Oh, what did you see when you were up there, etc." Just so that she's up to date.
Obviously, pass that info on. And I would sort of, away from Philomena when I'm speaking to her, I'd sort of specify the amber coil and the split in terms of being friendly. Because I don't know, I can't remember if we all know this information or not already.
I think, it's been partially passed round, so yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good to check.
I'll tell Gimba that I'll tell him everything that Zilna said, but also that I went down to the Talon boat at the end to see if they would help the Talons at the front, seeing as they've been very separate the whole time. And the Black Dragonborn sent 2 of the men up towards the front to help, but the Dragonborn and 1 other remained on the back.
Interesting.
So Zilna needs to keep an eye out.
So it seems Philomena isn't so fond of the Talons, and from what I can gather, they might have a way of getting things past them, which might help us.
True. That would be useful. I wonder if she can get 6 bodies past them at the checkpoint. That would be handy.
Live ones, I hope.
Well, we can hope. Maybe not ours though, because Zilna found a bug in his porridge. Although the others at his table did check, and it seems that maybe it could have been in all, but it seems that he really is being targeted. Do you know why they'd be after him?
Me? No.
Like, has he said anything to you? I don't.
No, nothing. I mean, a bug's a bug, right? I mean.
No. So I'll then explain. The gnome dug in. It was a bug that would rip him from the inside out. She saved his life and said to talk tonight. So he's going to speak to her.
Yes, no. He's not mentioned anything of the sort to me about any assassination attempt, unless it's come from the Talons, because
I think
they seem to know, and they've been watching him. So
yeah, I think. Well, they seemed disappointed when you said that he wasn't dead the other day, right? So I think they want him dead, but maybe we just need to keep an eye on why they're so determined. I mean, we all betrayed the Talons. Merrin doesn't seem to have any assassination attempt, and he let them down back at the caves. Whereas Zilna, they both worked with the Talons back then. Why would it be Zilna in particular that the Talons, if it is them or whoever it is targeting? And it then goes to question, how does the gnome know this? Hannah, you said her name. Hannah, you said her name.
Yes, that is interesting. Maybe Zilna knows something important, but doesn't realize it himself from when he was inside with the Talons.
Or from before.
Possibly, but
I asked him something earlier, and I wasn't convinced that. I don't know. There's something that I can't quite piece together. I think we need to just keep our wits about us. Obviously, our mission for Philomena and keeping her safe is of utmost importance, but I trust you. Your brother was the Brotherhood, and we've worked together for more than the others.
Yes, I think you're the only one I can fully trust out of us all. Zilna is, apart from at the when we all got captured, I was a bit wary, but he seems to have. He's proved himself since, and even Merrin, who I had doubt of for the longest time, certainly proved himself. But fully, I'd say probably only you would trust.
I would like to think that we're all here for the same reason, and so everyone would have the right moral compass. Perhaps that they'll be on the right side of this bigger fight, but I'm not saying I distrust them just yet. I'm just not 100% trusting, and I'd really like us to look out for each other.
Yes, certainly. I'm of the same mindset.
Fabulous. When I get a moment where Gimbal's looking after Philomena, I'd like to send a message on the stone, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably when all of the commotion's still happening, because it's been a new dawn.
Okay. Yeah. With all this going on, the ships would begin getting ready to push off again.
Can I call out from the back where I've got my feet up?
Yep.
Take as long as you want. We are paid by the day. That's it.
You hear a chuckle go out from Ian. He just shouts back to you, "Not by me!" Is that his name?
I'm just to
Okay.
find out how to say something. So, in a room with no one else around, I'd like to check that no one's able to hear.
Yeah, you can go into the little cabin room that you probably removed the elderly people from before.
Yeah, that one. And I'm going to say, confidential, Brant. I know it'll be picked up by someone else, but you can always try. We think storm giants were travelling in the sky towards south. Talon caravan full of gems, high weaponry, huge automatons. Near Furbolgin. I think that was 26 letters. 26 words.
Okay.
Hang on, did I miss something with storm giants? What's that about?
That was last session. Right at the end, I saw
In the sky.
a thing floating in the sky.
You sent it to me.
And I mentioned, yeah, of course. And then I mentioned it to Merrin, and he said, "Oh, there's a story that I heard as a kid about this."
Yeah,
Like a storm castle thing.
the
A floating
only
cat
link
float.
that you would have had to a flying castle is like a Jack and the Beanstalk style story of.
Yeah, I remember the
giant
flying
castles.
castle. I just don't remember anything about it being identified.
Well, you don't know that in character.
I don't know. I don't think I know anything in character. No one seems to talk to me.
Because you're always asleep with your feet up. And when we do bother you, call us apprentices. Or terrible assistants.
Apprentices.
I mean, be a better assistant then, isn't it?
Okay, cool. You will get a response back saying, message will be passed to Brant. Where was, what was direction or location storm giants were traveling? And then they will say track the cargo to its end location, which is your kind of goal anyway.
Okay. Suddenly they're interested in chatting, aren't they?
It's almost like when you give useful information.
Maybe Brant will reply next time?
P.S. Brant too busy. He said stop calling him. Oh no, not enough words. They went out.
Was that Jackson that sent it back?
That was Jackson. Yeah. He is the one that's replying from the sanctuary. Wicked. So yeah, the cargo ship gets up and going. It takes them 15-20 minutes to get the boxes back on. You can hear, especially Peril from your side and Merrin being closest to, you can hear Borash is berating the rest of that crew almost constantly, at least for the next hour or so as they get them going again. The crew also jump, and they do their first bit of helping, in that they take over from the tugboat crew, ensuring the barge gets through these dog legs that are coming up, and they are re-strapping down a lot of their goods. So they are resetting everything they had before. But they did smash open a crate or two and potentially lose some goods. And you can hear that they are definitely on edge and not willing to make friends of anybody, clearly. As the caravan pushes on for the rest of day 6.
As a thing, can we say that I want to reapply my makeup, please?
Yes. Give me another disguise check.
Which is deception.
Yeah.
Guess who's back to Whitefit? No.
What?
That's a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Plus 0.
Wicked.
Some would call me an artisan.
Yeah. I think even you would know with passive insight that and most of your crew are aware you are doing this. But when you come into contact with people that are outside the like proximity of your 2 wagons that see you less regularly, that this is probably still holding up. But you did have that really bad day in the middle. So some people definitely know that you are a drow applying makeup.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
fine.
people that you have been closer to rather than those that are noticing it from afar.
I think my biggest issue right now, just in character, is whilst I want to trust N, I know he'll do anything for money because he's a merchant. So as long as it doesn't come up, I think I'll be okay. But I don't think he'll have my back if push comes to shove.
At the moment, you've done a very good job with N, and he trusts you. So whilst you are useful, it's always the way.
Yeah, but I don't trust him if he did an insight check on me.
Yeah. And would never do that. He sleeps. Wicked. So the rest of the day goes without fail. The Talons at the front are putting a little bit more effort into at least steering their part of the tug, as the rest the rest of the day goes without any issue. As we camp up for the evening, fires are set. People sit down to eat. And everybody is starting to bed down. Hannah doesn't make any move towards you guys at dinner. At least, Zilda. But the rest of you, are there in the evenings, eating with whoever you would be or not be. Is anybody partaking in any evening activities? Or want to go and challenge people, I suppose, directly?
I don't know about the bugs yet, do I?
I will tell you about the bugs at dinner.
Okay, that's fine.
And just say, eat your food carefully.
That was where I was going with that. I want to check my food because I'm now scared.
And I'll update you on everything else, apart from my conversation with Gimbar about not trusting any of you. But about the Talons going forward to help, and that's actually probably about it, because you knew the rest.
I want to pass on to Willow, that's her name, about how I believe, I have suspicions that the new gnome.
Her name's Hannah. Willow will tell you.
That Hannah is the one I saw filling with the grates, and
It would make sense.
hold on, let's do it in character. Go on, this is roleplay. I tried sending a message, and she looked spooked and disappeared from view.
I mean this in the nicest way, Mariners. Obviously, I have my oath, thank you, Morgana. But no shit, Sherlock. She doesn't know who you are, and you've used means that we aren't supposed to use to tell her something, essentially, that you've snaked her out and you know what she's doing.
I said we could be allies, or possibly allies, and she didn't even know it was me.
But now she's spooked. She was going to be speaking to Zilna this evening.
How was I supposed to know this?
Well, you weren't. But
Well, I'm sorry if it messes things up. I was just trying to help.
I know, and I know there was no ill intent, and I apologise for my tone. I think
What tone?
I'll let I'll let Zilna know. She doesn't seem to have gone over to him or made contact as far as I'm aware. I'm not sure if they'd agreed a time to speak. Maybe hold off speaking to her again. Maybe Zilna can kind of explain that there are multiple people with him on the boat. She did save his life, after all.
No, of course. No, I'm sorry for. I feel like forcing you to be the messenger. It's just that there's no one else on my boat.
No, of course, and
I feel I can trust.
The evening time, I feel like a lot of people are speaking to each other now. So the evening time, you can come and speak to the others too. But I think it's really important at this point we share as much information as we can.
I don't think all of us should meet is the thing. We are. I think we could be infamous after what happened. What happened up in Butte Springs.
Yeah, I think, pardon the pun, but that ship may have sailed. I feel like they probably know who we are. If they're targeting Zilna, they know that Zilna was with a group of a green man with no nose, Peril, who reads magic items out loud. A drow, although I must say your makeup is looking fantastic.
Thank you.
And Gimber and I have used our own names. So all we can hope is that they're distracted by the fact that they seem to have really messed up their cargo at the front. We just have to see.
I mean, it was only from what I saw, it was only two or maybe even three crates that fell.
And it was just jewels, gems.
Gems and possibly coins, but I imagine those have sunk. There's no way that the stuff that floated to the surface was all that was in there. I assume out of character, in character, to be clear, that's the assumption that Merrin is making, just based on crates are heavy and there wasn't that much on the surface.
Oh, it looks like Willow's sort of smiling a little bit. Looks like they're in for some trouble of their own when they get to the final destination. I think it's important that we find out where that destination is.
I was going to ask that. Maybe. Well, I know Ent's stock is to go to the Talons. Maybe I can ask if there's where we're stopping.
Yeah, that would be really useful. I think I know from Ian, my pal who does the tugboat, he's kind of given me an idea of some of the inns that we're staying in. So any info from Ent of where this is all going to end up would be certainly helpful.
I'll see what I can do. And actually, Arlon might be a better shout. I think he'd be more likely to let something slip.
Great, that would be even better. And hey, and she puts her hand sort of to the top by his shoulder. I'm sorry for the loss of your young ones. I saw that you trained them. I'm sorry. The drama people that died that you were looking after on your crew.
My young ones are still alive.
I know, but you had new young ones, alright? I'm being fucking nice.
Oath break.
the new recruits.
No. Thank you. It's nice to take some people under my wing, and I feel like there's some respect there. But old Silky, she was the only one that survived, and she's pretty beat up. Do you think there's is a paladin magic? Could there be something nice you could say to reassure as far as the religious side is concerned? I mean, it'll be a different religion, but surely the processes are similar. Maybe. I don't know. You would know more than me.
I mean, I whisper this bit. I said a prayer for those that were lost and those that remain behind to give them strength moving forward. I'd be a little cautious of doing that out loud with people outside of the party. You know, I know that they were actors, but you never know what they might do for a dime.
That's fine. I'll let her know that rites have been said, and that might reassure her at least a little. And anything I can do to help in these trying times.
Yeah, maybe just don't tell her who said the rites.
No, I smile. I like chuckle. I'm like, no. No.
I keep them in my thoughts, perhaps, as opposed to in my prayers.
Yes. That. Don't worry.
Do you feel that training these people, you know, I saw... Oh no, Hank was different, never mind. Oh no, I did see one of his people, didn't I? At the...
Yeah,
Yelos.
When I went with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed to have grown confident. Do you feel that helping them is... I've obviously not seen this mentor side of you. Do you feel like that's helping your confidence grow in looking after these people and teaching them the ways?
Maybe. If the rest of them survive, that would be the best bonus to my confidence, I think. But I mean, we've still got a long way to travel, and no doubt dangers to face.
But we'll face them together, Mirren. Merc. We'll be okay.
I look round as she says the wrong name. Thank you. I should get back.
Cool. I'll let the others know.
Yeah. As you two finish that conversation, Ziona Koss, as you are sat with your the dinner's piece being finished, what are both your passive perceptions?
13.
14.
14, nice. You are done with the food. Camp's going, kind of keep an eye around. Everyone's kind of sat in their bits. Willow's gone over and spoke to Merrin. As she's coming back, you just hear, almost between your two ears, a voice just say, "So, it's you two useless wankers. What is it? These two here, they can't stop talking. I'm assuming it's the dwarf. And I don't know, but that skinny one with the hat looks a little out of place. This is, that's your full motley crew, is it?" As you turn, the gnome is just crept up behind you both.
I knew the gnome was there if it was within 10 foot of me.
As she got within 10 foot of you.
I think she's talking to you, I say to Zelma.
I'm talking to you both. You've got a job to do, haven't you, boys?
Is there something you want?
Well, I want to not be shipped out to the middle of nowhere to check you two can do the job that you've been set up to do. But Seems like you've been causing a little bit of a stir, and I've been sent just to make sure we get it over the line.
Sent by who?
Who do you think?
Is this an appropriate time for a Yo Mama joke? Yo Mama.
Exactly. My mama, your mama, and his mama. So, what have you found out?
We have found out that they are carrying the things we knew they were carrying, and we are waiting to find out where they are to be delivered.
Oh, and anything else? It looks like there's quite a lot on this caravan that maybe has got certain individuals' names on it.
From what I gather, most of the caravan is possibly going to be in Talon's hands.
So, what's the plan when we take in the goods?
As soon as there is a chance.
There's quite a lot of them. I've seen your work, which looks towards you, Cos, but I don't think we're going to take them all like that. So we need a bit of more of a concrete plan rather than just chance.
I mean, stealing isn't exactly my strong point, and
Stealing's not your strong point. That's not what I've heard.
You are small and have little hands. You can get things easily.
He does like to get things easily. Leaves a bit of mess behind, though, don't we, Zilna?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Anyway, so do you want to gather your little motley crew? Because honestly, if I spotted it when I came on, I'm sure the others have spotted it.
They are not aware that we will be, how do you say, confiscating the goods.
I'm sure they suspect it after today's little escapade. What about the other that came on board? Have you got any sight on him?
What, the one that the human that came at the same time as you?
Yes, yes. He's apparently a member of the Silent Ashes, would you believe? A little bit chummy with the talons.
I mean, one of the others may well have.
Yeah, you know this part
of
the
camps.
Oh, was it Merrin that was from a group different to what you said?
Yes, Merrin was from the other druid group. So 2 druid groups, but Merrin was also...
Got them confused.
Yeah. But Peril and...
okay, so we do know who the Silent Ashes are.
Yeah. So she says, yes. So, I mean, I think the jig is up. So why don't we maybe let a few more go to bed, reconvene, and discuss what the plan is.
You will have a hard time convincing the stubborn woman to steal things.
We don't need to tell them we're going to steal things, but I worry about the information you've been passing. So let's just round up all of your little friends, just make sure we're on the same page, keep eyes on who we need to keep eyes on, and for us, we make sure we know where the goods are so we can finish the contract.
Zilna, you can gather the others. I will rest my eyes.
Aye, been doing that a lot. You need to watch yourself, Cos. You've got a little mark on your back from what I hear.
I know nothing about such things.
Of course not. You're got your eyes closed all the time. You don't watch for anyone. Been a little bit too fancy with your sword, haven't you?
That is what the sword is for.
Of course it is. But you're no use to us if you die before we get the goods, are you now?
You can save your breath for when the others arrive.
Okay. She looks towards you, and she's like, I'll be waiting.
Okay, I will say to the others about meeting once some more people have gone to sleep.
When Zilna wanders off, I will talk to the new goblin again and say, I worry he's not... Sorry, I'm not doing the voice. I worry he's not up for the task of stealing things. He seems very protective of the goblin boxes on this boat.
She will smile and say, he will steal if he knows what's good for him. He's done it before for much worse consequence, so don't worry. They have confidence in his abilities.
I'll leave it at that.
Sure. Zona goes out, gives the message. Who would you get? Everybody?
No, I'll be with Wilhelmina.
You're not going to join us.
Fulfilling my contract.
Do you want me to stay with her with my oath, and you go?
No, you do what you wish. No, but I'll be
Trying to get
staying.
some alone time.
Okay. I'll ask Philomena, do you mind if I take 10? Just go and stretch my legs. Gimba, I'll stay with you.
Yeah. She isn't, again, she isn't too worried, even with what's been going on. Every threat thus far has been repelled.
Cool.
So a couple of hours pass, light starts to go down, a lot of people head off, start to get their rest, leaving just a few people about, and enough for you guys to, where everyone goes off to their camps, their tents and their beds, enough space to regroup, as Hannah finds you Zilna and regroups around the fire. With who? So there'll be Willow, Zilna, Kos, Peril, Merrin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Sweet. So yeah, she will introduce herself. She's like, "Hey, sorry for the cloak and dagger, but I am Hannah Frobin. I am one of the mercantile. I've been sent aboard just to keep tabs on what's going on, follow my own leads, and that accidentally brought me in line with you lot. And I've been watching you, as I think some of you have seen, so good work. You're not as dumb as maybe some of you look. What do we know thus far, then? Because I know some information, and I want to check that you've got the right information." And she goes through and goes, "Let me share first." She would then share that she was tailing this human that joined, that she is 80-90% sure that this human that joined is a member of the Silent Ashes, and has is essentially very chummy with the Talons, and is now embedded himself in there. She can't get any more information on him. She will leave a little lingering look at Peril, knowing where he's come from. That the goods, and most of the goods that are on this vessel, are destined for the Islet Kingdom first, and then some of them are going on. But they need to know where the different goods are going, if they can, to track what the Talons are planning to do with all these stolen treasure items. But if they do have armaments, who are they going to? Who are they arming with these armaments? And her job is essentially just to keep that going and split from you guys where it's felt necessary for the mercantile not to lose any leads. So that's the information she shares with you guys up front. And then she turns to you guys back to be like, "So, a week on the boat, what have you found?"
Ugh, fine. The Talons are keeping to themselves. I don't. God, I can't remember the name.
What name?
You obviously know the. They've taken a particular interest in Zilna.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea why that might be? Did the people that sent you indication that, word had got back to someone about something, about him being on this journey? You obviously saved his life with the porridge.
No. Oh, should I say no? I assume you've been made somewhere along the line, not been the most, not been the greatest at covering your tracks, but he has definitely been made by that Dragonborn. My suggestion to you would be take the Dragonborn out as quick as possible, because if the Dragonborn hasn't passed on his suspicions, it won't be long before he does, and then you've got all of these talents coming for you, Zelna, rather than just one.
Do you think it would be just one, though? It just feels a bit strange that it would be.
Only one way to find out.
Want an opportunity to incite her because I don't like her. My focus would be more on, I'm worried about, you've obviously been sent to make sure that we get the items to where they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But my primary concern is the safety of us, obviously, but the fact that they've singled Zelna out. I think maybe that's I appreciate that we've got a job to do, but for me, the primary focus is making sure that he is safe.
So she then will ask you directly, so why haven't you killed the Dragonborn?
I do not believe in cold-blooded murder.
You said the primary objective is to keep him safe. If he has been marked, then why is the Dragonborn still breathing?
If you know he's been marked, why have you not taken him out?
Your objective is the safety of everybody here. My objective is to ensure I know where the goods have gone.
Insight, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you slag. 7. Please roll in that one.
Oh, day 20.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, I suppose we get our objectives aligned then, shall we? But let's keep an eye on them. If there is a talent that has made you out and you need to follow these goods further down the line, it's not going to get any easier from here. Out in the middle of nowhere, I suggest you find an opportunity.
Assuming all the ones that were back there before it went up front have all come back now as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They would all, as soon as it was all sorted.
The Dragonborn never seems to leave the boat in the cargo.
Mm.
It is frustrating.
Well, let's work on a way of creating an opportunity then, shall we?
Remember you said when those crates got knocked off at the front, 2 of them left. Only 2 of them stayed. Maybe we have to do something again similar to that. To separate them out.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get the Dragonborn alone.
Yep, that is one way. Anything we can do, they are separated by quite a distance between the front of the boat and the back. Have you made any friends with the crew?
Yes, they're wonderful.
Well, that's good.
Good, honest people.
Maybe we can use that to our advantage.
In what way? I don't want them getting tangled up in anything dangerous.
I think it's easy to see from anyone that they don't really bear any love. Crewmate, these extra guards. All it takes is just to drop back a little, slightly away from the rest of the pack.
Sorry, what does she mean by that? Like the Talon boat drop back?
Yeah, 'cause it's us and them. It's Nimblefingers and the Talon.
Nimblefingers and the Talons are at the back.
But surely
that tugboat pulled away just slightly.
So that we could take action and no one would necessarily hear or see, sort of thing.
Catch up.
But surely the receiving end of the Talons will know how many crew would have been hired for such a caravan, and if there are people missing, the first thing they're going to do is going to look at the people on the caravan and what happened.
Terrible things happen out on the journeys, and it's only for the crew to report what's happened.
Just remembering back on the nights, did the other than then when the crates went off, had the two groups joined each other at night? Hadn't they just stayed at separate sides? The only time they were together was when it was at the inn.
Yeah, so in general they would have mingled and shared.
Merrin may have spotted something that night at the inn, if he remembers.
Yeah, Merrin saw the Dragonborn go and address the front crew with something.
And I have passed that down the line, so you should have.
Okay, so
You don't know what was passed.
Because I passed it to Gimbar and Willow, I believe.
Yeah, I think we said last week that we shared it, or a couple of weeks ago we shared it.
okay, so that suggests that it's gone too far down the line, and they have been told, possibly.
Well, personally, I think killing the Dragonborn will be fun. If we can separate the boats, I will kill the Dragonborn.
There we go. There's a bit of a plan coming through. Action.
What about the rest of the crew on our boat?
How trustworthy are they? How embedded with the Talons? I mean, a lot of them are gnomes.
Well, from the conversations I've had with Kedri, is although it hasn't been outright said, I think ultimately the work they're doing is for the Talons, which is why they're able to do what they're doing. So that's probably the main source of their money. So they may well be quite embedded. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's dependent on whether Nimble Fingers is freely working with the Talons or he's being forced to work with the Talons. But no one on the boat knows what extent that is.
Well, we either find out a little bit more or we take our chances when we act. You've got, by my workings, a couple of days until the next inn stop. So it's soon, or you wait until we pass the inn, and then it's on to the next stretch. We want to be as far away from bigger populations as possible. Should turn towards you, Peril. Pretty quiet there. Any idea why one of your men might be working with the Talons?
I didn't know anyone else was meant to be down this way. We don't really get told of other people's missions. It's all kind of kept to like individual cells. So like, if someone gets taken, they can't give up anything else.
Very convenient, that.
I'll insight him, please. 18.
What am I rolling? Insight.
You are in persuasion or deception, depending on whether you're lying or not lying.
I'm going to hide it.
Yeah.
Just to...
Add to the fun.
Yeah. Well, that was a 10.
I rolled an 18.
So, essentially, were you telling the truth or you were hiding something?
He's telling the truth. I think he doesn't know anyone else in the Silent Ashes. Yeah, he's always been on his own. Other than Hendrik.
Were you working with him on a mission together, though? You and Hendrix?
He's got the lead.
Not-
He dishes out the missions.
Right, so he wouldn't... It's not like there has been an occasion where he's working with other Silent Ashes together.
Peril never has.
Okay.
But you don't know if others do.
But he said in his thing to the gnome that they don't do that. So is that role also saying that from his point of view, he knows that they don't work together?
Mm.
Yeah,
From Peril's
okay.
point of view, Silent Ashes agents work alone.
Okay, fine.
Are like given individual missions.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I'll be around for the rest of the journey. Maybe even as far as the Alec Kingdom, depending on what goes on. So why don't we put some plans into action? I say if the Dragon Ball is a problem, we fix the Dragon Ball. We need to keep the crew on side as much as possible, because these caravans, they work like little families. So as long as they think we're all working together, then we're in good stead. And as long as we all stick together on our stories, then no one can go down for anything when we hit the Alec Kingdom. I suggest we find out as much information as possible on those that maybe have different ideas to us. Keep our eyes peeled.
Is it bad that I insight her again? When she says about people that have different ideas to us, is she inferring the talons, or is she talking wider? Could I insight her on that, please? As in, does she trust us as well? Is it like a side thing to Zilna and Kos, essentially, or is she referring to just talons with a 17, please?
Wrong. I think you not even Zilna and Kos. I think you would get from her that she doesn't really trust anybody.
Okay.
She has the way that she said back that your objective to her objective. Her objective is to make sure that she knows where these goods are going, all of the goods going, not just the gold and jewels, but anything else that's been labelled as going to talents. If she didn't seem to give a shit if Zilna and Kos die in that, as long as she doesn't fail her objective. Your objective is to keep them safe. Her objective is to find things. She's like, if your objective is to keep them safe, you keep them safe. My job is to make sure we don't lose sight of what's going on here.
Okey-doke.
But once you're here, you can be useful. Very much everyone's a tool. She's very self-serving.
Yeah, I very much dislike her.
Mm-hmm.
Willow doesn't feel, and she probably doesn't care, but she might pick up on the fact that Willow doesn't feel comfortable, because her thing is about Zilna, but also when she's saying about getting the crew involved and stuff, for Willow, trying to do as much good without harm is sort of the priority, and she sees the ship crew as innocents, that she doesn't want being dragged into things that they don't need to be dragged into.
Yep. And I think what she's leaving you with is you are in a position where you're going to have to make the lesser of two evils. If you don't act, then an all-out fight versus the Talons means more innocents will die, versus if you make a select cut at a set point.
Yeah.
But she also, as long as she can carry on her bit, she doesn't leave shit. Fly.
Cool.
Got it. That's up quick. Like Jackie Chan. Lovely. She gets up to leave unless anyone has anything else. She turns, kind of pats you on the shoulder too, and she steps over the kind of the chair, the log or whatever chair to get behind you, and just whispers in your ear. It's a great honor to meet such a hero. No, not so a legend such as yourself. With a heavy hint of sarcasm. As she disappears off to her bed.
I hope she sleeps really, really badly.
Just sleep like an absolute baby, with her sword drawn just in case.
I hope she rolls over and falls on it.
Falls in the water. Floats down the river. Nice. So yeah, that was a little bit later into the evening, but you guys can easily get back, get your long short rest, as a day 6 will come to an end, as we will come around bright and early for day 7, giving you some things to think about as the Talons increase their agginess, as new allies are found aboard the ship. New questions raised. We'll take a break now, quick wee break, and then be back to find out what more shenanigans can happen on this bloody boat trip. Oh my god, it's so many things. Crazy. Wee wee.
Is anyone still here?
Yeah.
I hate all these NPC bitches. Why can't we all just be friends like the Redvant Rebels? It's really hard.
I think Herb's doing it purposefully, so you snap
I
and
know.
then you become an oathbreaker.
Just...
And I'm not even saying that to be I legitimately, he's doing that. And if he's not doing that on purpose, he's doing it subconsciously because he knows that it will ruin you.
Honestly, last week, all of the Jenny stuff, I didn't sleep.
It's definitely Jenny.
It's so stressful.
Maybe
I
no
hope that-
Jenny.
Probably. Actually, if she's Jenny, I want to kill her even more. I should have played a cleric. Why did I have an oath? Very troubling. Peril's a snake. Zild's a snake. Cos looks like a snake. Merrin's trying his best. Gimbar's alright. Willow's an angel. I know! You're the fucking good guy. You're just trying to have your little drinks.
I am.
I wonder if when Herb cuts his up, he just cuts through the break bit and doesn't listen to what's being said.
He does, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
He did get AI to do it, didn't he?
That's true. But that's just for the gaps in it. It's not the
No, true.
break bit. If you're listening to this, Herb, I'd like a pet.
He knows this.
And a shield for my oath. Just if I kill one of these people, just so I get a freebie. Thank you. Kind regards.
You can just tell him now.
Nope. Don't snitch on me.
He's so warm. He's so warm.
Oh!
What's it
That was a Star Wars reference. For some, may the 4th be with. Oh god, it's almost June.
That was a
It's
long.
supposed to be. I was just reading. It's supposed to be 35 degrees in Norfolk area, in East Anglia.
Disgusting.
I hate
We got-
sweating.
We get a nice breezy 26 on Monday afternoon up here.
I'm so sweaty. It's bank holiday weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
28 on Tuesday. Down here.
It's 31 here.
All right.
I'm going to sit in the basement. It's nice and cold.
I mean, Herb lives in a concrete jungle, so.
I've got aircon though. I'll be coming out tomorrow.
It's 30 Monday, 31 Tuesday here.
30! I plan on playing
Yeah.
video games on Monday. I'm gonna get
We got
there.
26, I just checked. And
Yeah,
21 on
21,
Wednesday, which is perfect for me. And
24
17 on
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Oh, it might be cold. Oh, I can't be having
cold,
that.
is it?
Hmm.
It's hardly cold.
Actually, that's perfect.
Right. Oh God. Wicked cool. There's little flies flying around my room, and because I can see them, it's making me itchy. I don't like it. Too many lights. Are we all back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wicked. Lubbly jubblies. So, night passes. You have your meeting with Hana, who's a member of the Mercantile, gnome member of the Mercantile, keeping tabs on your movements, has spotted some of your movements. Of course, Gimba wasn't there for the chat that happened before, so that you can share what you want. But you awake on day 7 for another day of traveling ahead of you. This would be roughly, you think, the halfway point. Next stop, according to the information that was given to Willow, should be at the end of day 9. But yeah, the ship gets going this morning. Can you all give me perception checks, please?
My hand was hovering over the D6 there.
Sight, sound, smell, general.
Just general. Probably
7 for me.
22 for me.
19.
22.
Also a 22. That's
Nice.
really weird that 3 of us got that.
Yeah, all 3 of the 22 and the 19. As the ship gets going and moves on, you notice just a small little kerfuffle, not big enough that would highlight to the rest of you, but as the ship pulls away in the morning, I'm scrolling because I've lost the fucking name. Oh, there it is. As the ship starts to pull away, all get into the line, and the everything moves along. Everything's been packed away. All seems good. You can see Beda, the little old lady, is looking out from that middle tugboat from Roger. Well, not it's the front one actually, from Roger Jack's tugboat, and is just looking left and right and looks a little confused as she's looking backwards and forwards. As the ships are moving off, but doesn't do anything to highlight to anyone. But with the 19s and the 22s, you notice that she is looking about and just making little old lady confused noises.
Someone tell Willow.
I will mention it to Willow.
Oh no! I'll go and check on her. Thank you. She's my little grandma. Definitely
She's
not a
Jenny
hag.
in disguise.
She's not a fucking hag.
That's definitely Jenny.
Uh-oh.
I'll
you
go and see her.
You go to check her there as she sees you coming, and you've repaired your relationship with her somewhat. That she sees you and says, and you introduce yourself, right?
Yeah, she knows my name.
She'd be like, "Oh, wait, Willow, I haven't seen Urkus. He isn't with us. Urkus being the Fernal.
Okay. He was here this evening, last night, right? When was the last time you saw him?
Keep flying. Last night before we went to bed, Daji and I, Yeah, we saw him at dinner, and then we went and took ourselves away, and then we've come back bright and early. Normally he sits at the front of the tugboat and looks out, but he didn't greet us this morning. We haven't seen him, but he said he was getting off in a few days, correct?
Yes, he was getting off at the inn that we're approaching, the next stop. Don't worry too much. I'm sure he might have just jumped off and grabbed some berries. One of my friends on the other tugboats does the same for breakfast.
Oh.
I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay.
I'll ask around though.
Okay. Yeah. We'll wait in here. But yeah, he was a lovely boy. We'll
No,
wait
he
in here.
was.
She goes back inside. Sort of Dardry.
Can I speak to the tugboat driver of their boat, please?
Yeah, Roger.
Roger.
Yeah, so you climb up to the top deck.
Hi, Roger. Sorry to bother you. I just got a quick question.
Yes.
It's Willow, Ian's friend. I don't suppose you had a Furborg in your ship. Yeah. I don't suppose you've seen him this morning. He appears to have disappeared.
He's not downstairs.
No. The elderly couple downstairs. They have been kind of spending time with him. They said that they meet every day on the front, and he's not there this morning.
He goes, no. He turns to his helper on board, who's called Jack, a younger guy. Says, Jack, you seen the Furborg? And he goes, no, not this morning. No, we got going. He wasn't here. Normally he's up on front, but maybe he jumped off early. It's not unusual for him to jump off early sometimes. The Furborgs, they work in the field, so sometimes they just take a shortcut.
Yeah, he's very close with the couple downstairs. I don't suppose you saw much of him last night. I saw that, or I heard that there was a bit of kerfuffle with him and the Talons. I don't suppose you saw him after.
And he looks at you and goes, what do you think? The Talon? You said you say the Talons.
Oh, fuck, I did.
As you see, Roger looks at you and goes, no Talons on board here, dear. But I'm sure he's fine. And I'm sure if he's not fine and he has run into the wrong people, then unfortunately there's not much we can do about that now.
True. I'm sure it's nothing. If you see him, could you let him know that I'm looking for him? Just want to make sure he's all right.
Like I say, probably just jumped off, had to go and work in one of the fields nearby, thought he'd take a shortcut. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks, guys. Have a good morning. I'll see you later.
Right, nod.
Have the boats already left by then?
Yeah, it's as the boats are all pulling off and start to chug away. That's when she comes out and starts looking around to be like, "Oh, we're moving," and he's not here. That's weird.
Is the looking back at where we was camping? Is the tent still there?
No, all the tents have been packed away.
So even his tent's been packed away.
Yeah, but the tent. So what a lot of you will be sleeping in is like one big tent with like 3 or 4 sleeping places in it.
Okay, yeah.
Rather than individual. Some people will have their own individual ones, but most it's easier to put one big tarpaulin that like 4 people sleep within.
As I'm climbing down from seeing them, I'm guessing that I'm so sorry I've forgotten her name again because I keep calling her Biddy.
Yeah, well, it's kind of close.
She's
Bida.
old Biddy, right? Bida. So Bida went back inside, right?
Yeah, her husband sat down there, yeah.
So I sort of like look and make sure that she's not watching me climbing down, and I just like to look over both sides of the boat just to see if there's anything. If he's floating, for example. Oh my god, that's a nat 1, and I'm gonna. I'm a human, so I get heroic inspiration. Not much better. It's only an 11. But I've used my heroic inspiration so early in the day.
That's good. No, as you're moving away now, the boat's been moving for like 15 minutes. So it does move very fast, but you're away from where you parked up. You do come down the ladder where the Talons are in front of you, and with that 11, as you turn around, you can see a few of them are just have got an eye on you. You can see the Talons are a little bit more visible, especially on the front this morning.
Okay.
See, as you come down from like the not crow's nest, but come down from the second floor of the tugboat, they're A few of them have just got their eyes out looking for you. So as you look and looking into the water, as you kind of turn up, they're eyeballing you.
Okay. I'll head back to my boat. I'll speak to Ian or Ricky, whoever's doing my boat today, and just say, the tugboat up ahead. I don't know if you saw the furball. There's not really many others on the boat. You may have noticed him. You haven't happened to see him, right, this morning?
No, not if he's not in with in the cabin. He's probably jumped off.
You didn't see him jumping off, though.
No, didn't. Didn't see that. No, not really. Once we clear all the tents out, we usually find people sleeping then. But no, we're pretty busy in the morning, so he could have gone any time. There's no rule. I mean, people want to leave. People leave all the time.
Yeah, no, of course. It's strange. Is it Ian or Ricky or Ian? Don't suppose you could put a few feelers out, just see if anyone else noticed anything weird last night. The only reason I ask Ian is that he was travelling with the older couple. They've formed some attachment, as older people tend to do. He looked out for them, and it made me feel comfortable that he was looking after them. They're just travellers, and everything that's happened. It seems very out of character for him to have just disappeared without telling them. Just want to make sure that everything is, pardon the pun, above board.
He will lean in a little closer to you to say, I get it's your first time on the river. You're not going to get any comfort now. If he's gone, and we're not going to find him. If he's gone, and it's by some other means, and he got in the wrong books for the wrong people, we're also not going to get any comfort. Sometimes it's best just not to ask the questions.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, I won't then ask you to ask the question, but could I ask if you do hear anything on the wind, on the grapevine? If you could just let me know. Maybe it won't give them comfort, but at least I'll...
Yeah.
Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, he just nods and says, lots of strange things happen out on the river.
I'm starting to believe it. Have a lovely day. And then I'll go down to Gimbar. I'd like to think Wilhelmina's freshening up.
Yeah.
And just say to him, Fairborg went missing, Talons were pissed off at him yesterday. The crew were essentially saying, ask no questions. But it seems like a little bit of a coincidence. Obviously, he could have jumped off and started his farming early. I won't be telling the older couple of that. I mean, I'll tell them perhaps he jumped off to do farming, as opposed to perhaps something bad happened last night. And I'll also, I would imagine that in the evening I filled him in with all of the conversation with the gnome. And say, I was thinking last night about the conversation with Hana. And you obviously spoke to her as well, right? How?
Yes.
Are you? How do you feel about her? She didn't seem too bothered when I said about wanting to keep Zilna alive.
With the mercantile, I don't particularly trust them, and after hearing what she's said, don't particularly trust her. I mean, it's not exactly wise to get rid of one of the Talons when we're stuck on a boat with them. That's only going to cause trouble.
But I said that to her. I said about, the Talons are going to know how many guards were hired. The Dragonborn had spoken to... I'd like to think that we're in a quiet place so no one can hear this conversation. The Dragonborn spoke to the Talons from the front before. If there's one guy leading the Talons for this, they're going to have exchanged some level of communication. I mean, Merrin used his message thing that he can do.
For what?
Well, I mean, the if Merrin can use the message thing, what I mean is the Talons probably can. But
I know, but why
used
did
it-
Merrin use magic when we were both for talents?
He's used it a few times to send messages back and forth.
Oh,
And it hasn't-
fuck's sake.
It hasn't pinged or anything, but
Not that we know of.
he sent a message to the gnome.
Why?
So the outline of the person who was tampering with boxes, which, putting the pieces together, seems to be the boxes that fell into the water.
That would make sense.
He messaged her to essentially say that he thinks that it was her that did the tampering and that we're on the same side, but she didn't reply. I think from that, my knowledge of how that works, you can reply to them, but she didn't, as far as I'm aware.
Well, I mean, she wouldn't, because that would imply guilt, and if it was a Talon maybe doing it, so she
True.
wouldn't reply.
I need to stop saying the word Talon because I accidentally said it to one of my pals on the tugboats. So I'm just going to call them the other sailors from now on. Just if you
Maybe
hear me saying that, that's why.
Yes, maybe best to stop inquiring about them so much. Kind of going to draw more attention to ourselves. And I don't like this idea of trying to off one of them when we're stuck on a barge full of them. That's only going to end badly.
And heading into the belly of the beast, as it were, where everyone's a Talon. The only thing is, I'm not sure how else we're going to pass through such checkpoints.
Maybe Vilhelmina can help us with that. She seems to have ways of... She implied she's had ways of sneaking goods past them.
Goods like the size of a diamond or the size of a half-elf?
Well, I mean, given her business, I would assume jewellery, but somebody's got to take that jewellery through, right?
That's true. Do you think that she can be trusted to be asked as a hypothetical maybe first? Because if we ask her, she's going to then ask why we need to be, and if she's in danger of,
I very broadly suggested it already, to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, so it's worth an ask.
One other thing, Gimba, and I intend to question maybe sounds more aggressive, but it will definitely be an interrogation of Peril to try and find out more about the Silent Ashes. The gnome mentioned about the human that you saw that she was tailing.
The one that's trying the talons.
And he's part of the Silent Ashes. And what with Peril, I can't let go of Varanthos, the traitor comment, all of that stuff. I know it was a few weeks ago, but if the human Silent Ashes is now with the Talons, the other sailors, and Peril was called a traitor, which indicated he was dealing with them before. Is that through Silent Ashes or is that through Eden?
Yes, I think he needs a very thorough investigation and interrogation.
I just feel like there's pieces there, and perhaps we need to be careful. She goes to say he hasn't done anything to make me not trust him, and then she stops herself from saying that. So Gimbo, you see her go to say something, and then she just stops herself. You don't have to do anything, but you can if you like.
I'm just saying what passive persuasion is. Perception. It's my passive perception's a 13. What would you think, Herb, in terms of... Would I pick up on anything?
You'd note the stumble.
I decide not to push it.
Yeah.
But I note it.
You know there's something. Willow isn't one for holding back on spilling the beans.
I'll insight check her. Oh, that's a 10. In
Ooh,
terms
no-
of, does she know? Has she come across peril before?
Uh, ooh, it's only an 8. Willow, I rolled a deception to hold back on information.
I'm not going to push
Essentially
you on
the-
it, but I
No,
think
so
on
that
that,
Gimbar knows.
I think on that, I guess there's some sort of
Something.
history there.
Yeah.
I think the fact that she keeps asking questions about peril and silent ashes. She's mentioned silent ashes before. She's obviously trying to put some sort of puzzle together, but she stopped herself from giving you any of that.
Did you tell me about the Furbog as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're telling me to stop asking questions. My theory is that after what happened with them yesterday, they were really going at him. He's either bailed and thought, I'm not dealing with this, or something more tragic. Although when I did check over the side of the boat, although I didn't think to do that earlier, they were absolutely keeping a keen eye. They're really on edge, which is
I would
probably even
assume-
more of a worry.
I would assume they were, sadly. And I think it's probably best we perhaps keep our distance, because Zilna's already being watched and they might not be keeping an eye out on you.
It's true. I'm still going to check in on my little old biddy, though, just to make sure she's okay. Now that they don't have the protection of him, maybe I bring them back over here.
I guess I'll leave that with you.
Willow will ponder that. They might have just got comfortable in that one, so I'm gonna uproot them. Okay, that's all that I was sharing.
Okey-doke.
I guess when I walked back over it after the conversation with Gimbar, because I want to point out, I was like, what was? How was she okay?
No, she's not. Although I've given her some reassurance, I think, but the Furball, what was his name?
I don't think you ever got his name out of him, but she told you it was Urkus.
Urkus. Only because I can't say Furball, because I get confused every time. My tongue doesn't know what to do with itself. Urkus, obviously he spent time with them every morning. He's at the front of the boat, everybody's aware of it, but he wasn't there this morning. He wasn't at the tents when they packed up. The crew haven't seen him either. And I've essentially been told, don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
Well, when the incident happened yesterday, he jumped in to try and help with items. Oh, out of character, something's just clicked. He helped with the items. Talons shouted at him. And then this morning he's disappeared.
So, you think the Talons have offed him?
I dread to think the sanctity of life seems to be very flimsy in this world out here, but it's my fear.
So, Talons aren't afraid to kill people on these boats.
Well, it seems like they've tried with you a number of times. If your
And
name friend is to be taken.
They've succeeded with killing someone else on this boat, which means there's less non-members of their organisation on the boat. What's to stop them whittling down the numbers more?
What's to stop when this caravan arrives into Talon country, to the heart of their organisation, and noting that members of their team or guard force have gone? There might be an argument to say terrible things happen on the river, and accidents happen and they fell in or whatever it might be, but there will still be the rest of their guard force who will still almost certainly know and have shared the information that the Dragonborn is watching you. The Dragonborn, we don't know if it was him or another that put that thing in your and potentially our porridges. So what, by killing one, that solves the issue? I'm not so convinced.
Sorry, I'm thinking selfishly because I'm the one that has the target on my head, the known target on my head.
I completely understand that. More so, Zilna, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, obviously, you become somewhat indebted to the gnome, Hana, who helped you, saved your life, but she didn't seem too bothered about your life moving forward, more about the mission. I absolutely want to keep you safe. There must be some other way. I just don't know what it is.
I just feel like I'm getting more and more crazy by the day because I'm freaking paranoid. I mean, yesterday morning, knowing that I've been watched constantly.
And you really have no idea why that would be, Zilna? Not any inclination of why? Because
All I can assume is from what happened before up north.
Up north as in the caves when you worked with them and they wanted your plans for stuff, or?
They wanted to use me.
From when we were in the caves and you and Merrin went to work with them?
Yes.
Insight, please.
Insight, please.
14. To essentially be like, are you talking about the incident when you were with Merrin or something else?
I mean, I rolled a nat 1.
Perfect. Tell me everything, baby.
But that is the exact situation that I think the Talons would be watching me for. I have no other thing that I could think the Talons would be watching me for.
I don't believe you.
I'm not literally for the Talons. That's all I can imagine the Talons are watching me for.
I don't believe you. I bet he's a snake. He's been an absolute snake with this. So
you're asking me about the Talons.
Yeah.
I'm answering about the Talons.
So the only reason that you can think of is what happened in the caves when you went to work with them. You then did your whole kobold thing and you helped us get out.
But I mean, the whole situation around the Talon stuff up north. Like that whole situation that we've been in, not necessarily just me saying yes and then leaving. Like, I mean, us going back, killing them, and like all of that stuff.
Right, but why just you then? Because Merrin, I mean, he's trying his best with the makeup, but they know about him. They called out Peril's name. They know who me and Gimbar are. They know who Koz is because they captured him too. So why is it only you that the Dragonborn seems to be watching that had some sort of bug in the porridge that the gnome has come to tell you about it? Why would that be?
I honestly do not know, other than I don't know why only I am getting recognised.
Did she not give you any indication?
No.
Hannah?
She gave me no indication as to why it was only me who got noticed. Why I'm the one that's being focused on.
And you don't think that this stuff's obviously, the Talons are obviously taking this stuff somewhere. We spoke before about nimble fingers, and you were concerned. Stop me if I say anything that isn't. That you were concerned that maybe Nimble Fingers was working for them, albeit potentially not voluntarily. And if this stuff we assume is all going down to them for the end is, do you think it's something to do with your connection with him, or something from even pre this mission that may have got back through him to the Talons, or some sort of connection there? Because I don't understand why they would be coming for you and not Merrin or not us.
To the Talons? No. I mean, I haven't seen Nimble Things in over 100 years. I was a student of his for a while, but I had to stop. My family didn't want me working in that kind of field, inventing new things. They wanted me to just work for them, doing basic woodcraft and stuff. Like, I have no idea what would link that to the Talons.
But you said before that you've always been more interested in the Nimble Fingers way of life, and you then, when we spoke before about the joining this organization that you and Cos are part of, that you had your reasons for doing that. Your group and the Brotherhood and the other groups that, Silent Ashes, let's not even go there at the moment, but we've all been picked. We're all working on the same sort of page here. So is there something that maybe your group, could they be involved in somehow as a, I don't know, like a double agent type thing, where actually maybe they are working with the Talons, or I'm just trying to figure out why. Essentially, that was a big blab of are the Mercantiles working against everybody else for the Talons, and that might be why you're. Is it the Mercantiles' reason that you're being watched by the Talons? Is essentially what I'm asking.
Yeah, I love how you rolled an insight check before I've even answered that question.
I haven't.
I just saw it pop up on my other screen.
Genuinely,
Can I have an insight check on the insight check, please?
Yeah. Genuinely, that was 6 minutes ago. I'm not even on the page. I've got one screen. But I will be fucking inciting you.
The Mercantile hate the Talons. They want to do exactly like they're trying to take all the business away from us. Why would they side with them? If they are, I know none of this.
What's that what I was asking?
Do you think the Mercantile are working with the Talons?
Okay, so maybe they're not working directly, but are they working? Is something happened with you whilst you've been in the Mercantile that would mean that they are asking people to look for you? I'm just trying to work out so that we know the threat and where it's coming from, so that we can protect you. I mean this with the greatest of respect to Hana. She's come on board to make sure that the mission for the Mercantiles of getting to the final destination is complete. But why would she then, if we assume that she tampered, would we assume at this point that she tampered with the box? Did she admit that in the conversation? Okay. So Merrin saw a small figure, as you know, tampering with a box. That happened after a small figure of another gnome, potentially, has been on the ship. Why would she be trying to slow things down? And she doesn't seem to care about whether you live or die.
Oh, she did save my life.
She did. But she doesn't seem to be as bothered now. You were there when we had the conversation yesterday. My priority is to keep you alive and keep you safe. Hers seemed to be to finish the mission.
I don't know.
Is that what you're going with? I don't know.
I don't know how to answer your questions.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know the answers. This is like, these 3 weeks have been the only weeks I've been on the road for Mercantile at all. I've always just been working in the workshops, like crafting things, researching things. Like, this is, I don't know what the talent. I mean, if the talents want my craft and ideas, why would they be trying to kill?
Hang on. This is the first mercantile mission that you've been on these 3 weeks?
On the field, yes. I've done research, but I've never been massively out on the field at all. I've not done anything like this before.
You've proven yourself, and I don't want to take away from that, and we have grown friendly over the past few weeks, but so I mean, with the greatest of respect, why would they send somebody out on the field on such an important mission when there's such a big threat, if you have never done something like this before?
I don't know. I guess they wanted a different style of approach. I mean, you're not going to gather information sending people like Cos out the entire time, are you?
So
I'm not saying there's not other people that do similar roles to me usually that have been sent out before, but this is, for me personally, this is the first time.
And your role has been before that just researching schematics and building things? And then they've sent you on a mission to find out about what's happening in the south?
I mean, yes. That's what has happened.
Please. Hey, 19.
19.
Mm-hmm. If you roll high, I'm going to pull out my eyelashes.
What the fuck? That's extreme.
This is the end of the line of questioning as well, just FYI.
That is a dirty one.
Dirty one.
Dirty one?
Yeah. Dirty one.
You got minus insight.
-1 to one of my charisma stats. I've forgotten what you actually asked the last bit then. What was it again?
If the work you did for Mercantiles before, was it just research of schematics and building things? If so, why would they now send you with those skills on a mission like this? I think that's what I asked, right? That was kind of the gist.
Yeah. It just was why are they sending you, essentially.
And I mean, you can.
You said
I guess you can. Yeah, you can. I guess you can see from the look on his face that there probably is a reason that he sent it, but he's not letting on to that.
Well, he's trying not to let on to it, but I see right through you, Gnome. Right? With the insight?
You can see that he's... Yeah. Yeah, you can see there's a reason. But then you look around all of the group. You're not the best qualified for this mission. None of you are.
Yeah.
Everyone's here for a different reason.
Yeah.
As this interrogation is going on, you get your non-nose pinched, so it coughs you awake. And there is a small gnome sat behind you, be like, "Wake up!"
I guess I'll open my eyes.
Get what? Sorry.
I said, I guess I'll open my eyes.
You have to open your eyes. As Hannah leads out to you and says, "You're gonna have to be more awake, boy. You've got to watch that one." And she gestures down towards where Willow will either be in the room or coming out of the room from where Zilna is. She's ruffling a few feathers, asking a few too many questions. If trouble's coming your way, it's going to be following her. So
she needs to learn for herself.
yeah, she does. But we don't want to lose a gnome.
This will be a good lesson.
Just stay awake.
I am fine. I am waiting for my opportunity.
Pats you on the head, drops down from where you're sleeping. Nice.
Bye, Zona. See you later. Have a nice day.
That's the journey. Continues.
Oh, before we
Yep.
proceed, can I go up to Arlon?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to yawn. I'm going to say, we've been going quite a while, and I'm just wondering if you knew whether this was a return trip as well, because I don't think Ent mentioned it. I know he's busy, and as the dwarf in the know, I thought I'd ask you.
I think that's a general question. Needs persuasion. He'll look at you and say, well, I'll be going back to the to Numonga with N, but I don't think you're coming back. I think we drop off, and then don't you find work coming back yourself, or you go elsewhere? I don't know.
I've only done this a few times, and it changes between contracts. Where are you dropping us off?
India. I'm sure it's
is it one of the inns? I mean, I can ask, and it's just
no.
He's always sleeping, and I just don't want to disturb him.
He goes, "Oh no!" Because he knows the information, he's quite excited. He gives you the name of a warehouse. But I can't begin that warehouse.
I'm going to mute what I type.
That's fine. I can't remember what it's called. I'll find out what the warehouse. But it gives you a name of something that doesn't sound right, and it's a distribution, like a warehouse in the north. So he's like, yeah, we go all the way to the warehouse. We then unload all the goods there. Then they get handed over, picked up by the buyer, and then once that's done, and I will come back. But as soon as the goods are in the warehouse, he's like, you're free to go.
So they you don't need our gesturing to the ragga,
yeah,
the people I'm with.
Yeah.
Our protection once the goods arrive.
He looks around.
I'm free to find further work.
Yeah, he goes, oh, maybe I should check if, but no, I think as soon as in the warehouse, then that's your payday. And then Ent and I wait. We do the handover, and then once we do the handover, we then go back to Newbold. But you're free to go from once the goods are in the warehouse. I'm sure that's what Ent said.
Perfect. Do you know if any of the other boats would be hiring for a further journey?
He's like, maybe. They've got these. He's like, maybe there's always good, not as many goods going north as south. But then the Islet Kingdom has loads of work. From that warehouse, they'll have to send goods out all over the place.
So caravanning on the roads.
Yeah.
Would I arrange for that through Ent, or what would it be? Something I would need to do personally.
Yeah. He's like, maybe the warehouse will be able to help, but yeah, no. Ent and I, we take the goods to the warehouse, then we do the exchange, then we come back to New Monka.
Perfect. No, I appreciate that. I just, it's been a busy few days. I just wanted to get some clarity. I thank you. And I hold out my hand to shake his.
Mm-hmm. Shake your hand.
Thank you again, Arlen. My favorite dwarf.
He smiles. He goes back to his little watch.
Okay, I'm not going to try and get more information out of him or anything. That's literally what I wanted to do.
Yeah, there'll be some information he has, but not a lot of information, because it's what his uncle's told him. But he is the stick with his uncle, where the rest of you will be paid off in the Islet Kingdom, and that's it.
And you said you'll find out what the warehouse.
Yeah,
is called,
I don't know if I give it a specific name, but I'll give it a specific name, and but yeah, it's the big.
Would that indicate where it is?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine, because I would ask that question if it didn't make clear. Okay,
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Come back. But yeah, that would be the plan, that you guys get jettisoned. Nice. Sweet. So yeah, the ship rolls on for the 7th day of travel. There's a huge amount that goes on today, but there is a conversation. Peril. You are still a bit of a spare part on your ship, with the barbarians doing a lot of the guard work. What would you be doing in your spare time as the ships kind of make their way down the river?
He would just be trying to walking around the barge that he's on. Probably sitting on sitting some of the boxes, watching people, watching what's going past. Probably trying to find more about what the Talons are doing.
Keep an eye on.
Coming and going. Since the conversation from last night, he's trying to keep an eye out for that other human.
Yep.
Because Peril did get a description of him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a description of what you've seen of him thus far, which wasn't a lot. That he is a male that is either human, half elf, or elf, just from stature and features you can make out from the face. But you haven't seen. You saw when he came on, and he had a hood up and a big trench coat type thing. Since then, has disappeared into the Talons in the front 4 ships. So you haven't really seen much like him since.
I saw more of him.
Oh, you did
Description,
see
and I did share it.
Okay.
Short brown hair and light stubble.
But yeah, only facial
So yeah, I'll
features.
be keeping an eye out for that.
Okay. Nice. As you are keeping an eye on doing the rounds, one of the Ember Coil barbarians, who you haven't spoken to too much. So you've got Yilda, who's the big boss. You've got Mock, who you've been out with. Davix, the orc, and then Claude, who is the human. Looks a little. Best way to describe it, a little He-Man-ish, like blonde bob hair. Is wearing more clothes than just these pants and a big cross-chain thing, but think He-Man with more clothes on. As he comes to find you, and he's like, Terry, how did you, and then he whispers and looks around, how did you learn the magic? And he points towards books. I saw you reading a book. Can I learn magic from the book? How do you learn the magic?
Anyone can learn magic. It just takes time and dedication. There was a school a long time ago that, I say a long time ago, about a decade back, that was quite good at training people. Anyone can learn it. It just takes time and dedication.
And you just do it from the book. You got how many books have you got?
I've only got this one. It doesn't have to just. Sometimes it depends on your school of magic. But as you grow, you just find and understand spells. But as well as it's like, this is all like hushed tones. I'm not letting anyone hear what I'm saying. You can learn from spell scrolls books, and other people can teach you. Like, well, you used to be able to, not so much anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. So I just need if I get a book, then maybe someone can teach me how to do some magic.
Yes. Yeah, but I would honestly advise not looking anywhere down here.
Yeah.
If you want something like that, it'll be the north.
Oh, yeah.
Anything like south of the border forest, you were probably going to end up dead.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Okay. Well, thank you, Terry. Well, I'll leave you to it. Get back to my shift. It's a lovely day today. Gives you a little nod, wanders off on his watch. As the rest of day 7 continues gloriously. Does anyone have anything else they would like to do, check on, speak to?
I just want to do an over-the-table concern.
Yep. Yep.
You haven't made us roll a d6 in ages, and I'm very scared that it's going to all end in a big culmination of d1s.
It could well. If there's anything, it's one thing I guarantee is you guys roll really good on d6. Sometimes I don't need luck. That's fine.
I'll just share with Gimba not the whole conversation with Zilna, but just I went to speak to Zilna, try and figure out if he has any idea why people are looking at him. Doesn't seem to why it would be Talons, but was a little more reserved in what he told me about the Mercantiles, and I know that you don't like them, right? Did Gimba ever tell me why? Did you ever tell me why you don't like them?
Gimba's not a fan of like lavish things and spend like he's more of like a, to the best to describe it, he doesn't like chains and things like that, like chain shops.
Right.
So as I say that, like, yeah, well, kind of.
More into independent rather than.
Essentially, people like the Mercantile and big businesses have fucked over his family's business.
Right. Cool. Yeah, he was a bit more hesitant to say why he is part of them. So, one to watch. Anyway, when I went to the cabin up ahead, I mentioned about the Talons watched me coming down from that area, so I think I might just sort of hang around. So I'm happy to take more shifts with Philomena today if you wanted to go do some more stuff, try and keep her away from that side of the boats.
Yes, I guess it'd do me well to stretch my legs a bit.
Don't go too far though, I know that she'll miss you. A little wink.
I blush.
Not that I'll miss you, to be clear. Philomena.
No, I get that.
Fantastic. Just don't want lines being blurred.
Cool. So yeah, you have an afternoon travel on the river. So if there's anything you want to do, check on, speak to, now is the time to Let me know.
Can I go speak to old Silky?
Yep.
I won't bother you for too long. How are you feeling?
She looks she looks
Insight
up
check.
at you. Yeah, roll an insight check. She looks up at you and pauses. You can see that she is bottling
14.
something. She's got no good face. There is a different look on her face to that you saw. Say it was originally it was like shock. Then yesterday there was a bit more kind of like understanding, and she was getting no more. Today she's gone back to no, not shock, fear.
Okay.
So you can see that she, as you asked that she just as I did.
She remembers
stops.
it. Okay.
She just is stuck, and as she looks at you as you ask the question, she is unable to answer how she's feeling. But the look on her face, instead of what you saw before, which was like the stages of almost like shock and then into like bits of grief. This is
stuff,
different. Yeah. This is fear. She has fear
Okay.
on her face.
I'm not going to. Okay. I can't tell you how I know, and I will not. But your friends, your companions, the rites were said, and they were laid to rest, whilst prayers have been said. Now I know this probably won't change, but I wanted to let you know, just as reassurance. And then I go to leave. I don't want to say anything else. I just want to go to leave.
As you go to leave, she grabs your hand, and then as you kind of turn back, she just
unarmed melee attack in the face.
She punches you straight in the face. She
No,
whispers, like barely so you can hear. She just says, "They killed him."
What did she say?
She says they killed him. And you can see her face is like white as you return to face her.
Is she? Can I? I'm not going to ask a question. I know I probably should, but I'm not going to. But is she looking in a specific direction while she says this? You know how like people say stuff and then look with their eyes?
No, she's looking straight into your eyes.
I'm going to look in the direction of. I'm close to the rear talons, aren't I?
You're close to the front talons.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying to think where the.
Yeah. So
yeah. I look in the direction of the front talons, and out the corner of my eye, I want to see if there's a reaction, and I can roll for whatever you want me to.
She just
if I need to.
No, she just nods. They killed you.
She, as in, she nods when I look that way.
Yeah. When you look past her, so she's looking at you. You look past her to look towards the front of the caravan, and as you look kind of towards the front to gesture, she nods.
Okay. Thank you. Over the table, I'm going to say to Kinsey, it's obvious who.
Yeah, but you don't know because fucking Willow hasn't told you yet.
I don't know who's dead, but I know that someone killed someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Therefore, we can later pick this up during a discussion where we put two and two together from the two sides that we know.
Yeah. You can see that she is fearful and looking at you, and as she said it, there's a bit of relief to her, but she's still scared.
Right, enough of that. To be clear, I'm not going to ask any more questions. I believe, I assume she's talking about the talons. just based on the thing, but I have no idea if she's talking about well, I assume she may be talking about her friends in this instance. Now, whether I find out it may be someone else at a later date, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But
The phrasing is weird.
The
phrasing is weird to say they killed him, referring they to being the Peritons could make sense, but is a bit. The phrasing is a bit weird. That sentence,
and a singular as well, because
yes.
obviously she lost 3 friends.
Oh yeah, so, of course, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't quite add up, but
that's fine.
Yeah, that's what you get.
How am I going to ask questions where I don't know things?
You don't have to ask questions. I'm just saying that's the information.
No, that's it. That's it. What time of day is it?
Into the afternoon.
I want to try and do a spa with my boys.
Yeah, sweet. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah, buddy. That is a 23. My best roll so far.
T3, nice. Mark that down. This was actually the first time you've rolled really well.
Oh, I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
I think it's my first roll above like a 15.
Yeah. Perfect. Sweet. So you spend the afternoon working with the guys that want to. Of course, Asilki does not, but the other guys do. As you keep them going, Ent keeps snoring away, and Asilki will pull herself towards the back of your 2 wagons. So she's closer towards Ian and Ricky's tugboat than she is towards the front of the talents. Lovely.
I will just do what's now become my regular 3 laps of the barges that I do once in the morning, once in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Just try and keep up appearances more than anything.
Nice. Give me a perception check.
$16.
16. The talons are more on edge than they have been in previous days, especially towards the front. They are.
I'm not particularly trying to look for something specific. In fact, when I'm near the talons, I'll probably even less so. So even with the 16, if I don't pick up anything because of that, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, with just checks moving around, they're not doing anything, but you get from doing this as a regular thing, you get that they are way more on edge than they were before. I don't want anyone really passing through. Although there's not much they can do, especially at the back. If you wanted to go through because the last tugboat is behind their thing, you can pass along. It's like they can't block you doing it, but they just are very on edge when you get close to their individual.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm like doing afternoon nights to make it sound like a regular thing that I'm just tuning in general rather than being nosy.
Yep. You could just see they're more active both front and back. Where before it was you'd spot 1 or 2 of them, they kept themselves hidden. They are way more active on their individual wagons than they were before.
I'll pass that along to everyone when we next get together.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So the day carries on into the eve, with the boat stopping to make camp at the end of day 7. Yes, 7. Nice, uneventful day. Other than someone going missing in the morning, no sign of anyone turning up by the evening time. And as camp is made, Bida comes to find you as the camp is made, Willow, to ask if you know what's happened to the Firbolg.
Oh, Bida, I meant to come and find you. I've asked around, but he wasn't here this morning. The guy said that it's very common for people to jump off, and he said that he was going. Are we in fields now, like farmland at the moment?
Yeah.
The guy said it's very likely or very common for Firbolgs to just kind of jump off and take a shortcut. Maybe I know that you guys were friendly. Maybe he just didn't want to disturb you guys this morning. It's been a bit of a rough few days on the river.
She give me a persuasion check.
Is this an insight check against Willow?
Yeah.
19.
19. You can see that she is disappointed. But not much you can do.
I put a hand on her arm and just say, I know it's disappointing, but, you know, I'm still here. Smile.
Yeah. She thanks you for looking into it, and then settles down for evening meals as as the camp just change the look. Cool. Few things slightly different about camp this evening. There are a few additional guests mingling in with you, not new to the ship. A few of the Talons from the ship in the north, the four from the north, have joined or joined on the edge of your camp this evening. One of them also being the human, the brown-haired, stubbly human that joined before. It's him and another two that just make their way over as dinner's being served. Take a seat down, bring their own food over, but just kind of lurk on the edge of what's going on. You see that it doesn't take long before that human makes conversation with Dardry, the older man, the Beda's husband, and just asks him questions. And you can get from just generally listening that he seems to be quite a charismatic character from the tone of his voice and the conversation that's been had with Dardry, that he is entertaining him at least in a mildly charismatic way. But yeah, these the other two make light conversation, but not much. But they just sit on the edge. They actually sit probably closest to the Ember Coil lot, closest to the barbarians. But yeah, don't intrude too much. But they are there on the edge, and you get the feel that they're Hannah straight away like eyeballs you guys to be like, okay, she thinks they're here to watch us.
Can I make a perception check or something to see if I recognise any of them from passing them on my rounds?
Yep. Maybe you saw them going through. Like they're pretty. The other two are pretty nondescript. All of them have got, as it's like the evening time. All of them have got pretty big clothing on. There's nothing that picks these guys out over any others. They're just human. They're just like human male guards. So you might have seen them, you might not, but there's nothing. It's definitely not Borash. Definitely not Dragonborn. But you recognise
without recognising them for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to make just sort of some light conversation to sort of, as if like just being normal, but because I don't want to risk pushing it anyway. So I just leave them to it.
Yep. Yeah, they're not pushing themselves in a way. I mean, I think you can see from their body language that they know that they are perching themselves on the edge of a camp that maybe doesn't necessarily like the crew will be polite but not friendly to them.
Do they? I don't know. This might require an insight check. Do they know that we know them, or we suspect their talents?
Do we know that they know that we know that they know?
Yeah, essentially.
I don't think there'd be any way of they're all you can tell is that they are there and they clearly are participating lightly enough in the group, but they are there to watch.
Yeah. I mean obviously I know the talents is obviously for now they've been so separate.
Yeah.
But I guess it's do they know we know kind of situation.
I don't think there'd be a role that would be able to ascertain that.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
Without going into questioning more, but yeah, all you know is that they are there and they clearly keeping tabs on what is happening in this camp this evening.
Can I just keep an eye on Beda just to make sure that she's not obviously, but just every now and then look over to the charismatic man just to make sure that they're okay?
Yeah.
If she looks like she's getting upset or anything.
I don't know if we're all together at this point.
Mm-hmm.
If we are, or even if we're not, I'll go around and say individually as I'm casually talking, perhaps it's best we're not seen together as a group this evening.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I'll just stay with Wilhelmina and chat to her, hopefully build some level of relationship, but I'll keep an eye every now and then on Beda and her husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Dardy's having a great conversation with this guy. That's for 45 minutes or so.
What's his wife like when he's having the chat? More subdued or taking part?
Taking part a little bit, but it's not. She like chips in every so often, but it's a conversation
Right.
he's having, so she just keeps herself to herself.
Cool.
It's not offending her.
Did the guys come over and sit with the Emperor as the barbarians here?
They're closest to you and the barbarians than they are to the rest of the group, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're not sitting with us, like, around the fire?
No, they would be sat, like, if you imagine the fire in the middle and there's camps all the way around, you guys would be perched in different areas depending on what kind of equipment you brought with. But that area to the north where you and the barbarians have already kind of always made camp, they've just perched themselves alongside. So yeah, they are closest to you, but they have good sight on the whole group.
I think I probably spend most of the evening keeping an eye out on the. Did the back lot of talents stay on the boat still?
Yeah.
I'll probably spend most time just keeping an eye on them, maybe a little bit away from the actual fire.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me a stealth and a perception.
Stealth is 16, and perception is 7.
7.
Glad I rolled them that way round. I think.
Yeah. So yeah, you feel like you're pretty well, not necessarily hidden, but like inconspicuously, you're like out of the direct. Maybe you're like sat in the shadow of course, or someone that's slightly taller, where your face is out of the direct light, which enables you to just concentrate on what you're looking at. You don't pick up much. Again, you can see there's a light. They have some form of light on there as they make their camp, but they always keep themselves towards the back. As you are, kind of keeping that check, you catch some footsteps, kind of coming to past your direction, and then they stop as they're heading towards that boat, towards the back, and they kind of turn and crouch down as you look up Tank, who is the runner of the back, as he crouches down and just says, "You don't trust them either."
You could say that.
Mm.
He's been staring at me the whole time.
He's like, I noticed. I thought they were just keeping an eye on your goods, your caravan, but that Dragonborn, he's been pinpointing your position. Got a friend.
Could call it that. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll leave you to. He'll just be like, well, if anything tickles my nose, I'll let you know. But just
Yes,
keep your head on,
thank you.
keep your head on a swivel.
No, don't worry. I'm fully aware and keeping my eyes open.
He like pats you on the shoulder and just says, "Well, the night hides many eyes." And he gets up and starts walking back towards the back of the ship. Give me an investigation, perception or investigation.
Who said that?
Hank. Oh, fucking hell. Why am I rolling so shit? That's a 9
9.
for investigation.
Yeah, Bigherbthenerd. As he strolls back to his... He is the dude on the back of the...
He's the driver,
he's the
isn't
driver of the black ship, yeah. So he heads back
he? He
to
went
black
to
ship.
the event off thing and saw everyone using magic.
That wasn't an earshot of me, though, was it?
Or me.
No.
Unfortunately
I I'll hold out until maybe see when those talons that are near the camp, if they head off to sleep earlier than others, and I will relay to others that Hanks has also noticed it and doesn't particularly trust them himself. If I get a chance to, with anyone, depending on when people sleep and whatever.
Yep. Yeah. Will they stay out? Okay. They hold out for quite a while. They let a lot of people go. You can see that they are here to investigate. You lose... Ooh. They hold out for most. They hold out for a lot of the night. They wait for on most people to disappear off before they think about leaving. You note that you don't see Hannah for most of the night. As soon as they appear at first, and she eyeballs you guys, whoever she gets to be whoa, she disappears.
Okay.
So she's not seen for most of the evening. You have a few of those conversations. They let a lot of people go off, to the point where it gets almost like awkward, to the point where the only people left are the people that are trying not to talk to each other. You're like, well, we're all everyone's just sat around not talking to each other, waiting for the last people to go. It's just like they're waiting for you, you're waiting for them. It's a bit of like Mexican standoff style before the human, the one that's been marked up as being one of the Silent Ashes members, gives a nod to the other two, and they get up. The older couple, Bina and Dardri, went to bed hours ago, so they sat really just nearer the barbarians, and so they bid them and you, Peril, a good night, and then they head back to the camp. But they leave it late. There's probably 5 or 6 people left up.
Would Philomena still be awake? I want to be with Philomena.
I don't think so. I think if there's not much going on and it starts to quieten off, she will go to get rest. Nice. So those that are awake, Selma can share the bits with. Otherwise, it's back to bed to awake on day 8. Oh, hallelujah! We're flying through.
During that evening, would there have been a chance to speak to Willow about
your choice? There would have been a chance to, but it would. You are being what you know that those times are there.
We'll hold fire for now. Because I don't think Merrin would think it's specifically urgent, because he's not sure. It may just be the ramblings of someone who's lost their marbles a bit. So he's just going to hold it now, and it was just an odd anecdote, because he doesn't obviously know about the missing person, the Verborg. So he's not going to put 2 and 2 together at this point.
Yeah.
Nope. He'll wait for a better opportunity to bring it up as just an odd conversation piece.
Okay. Wicked. So you don't go to sleep again. Another night, another short rest.
I think Peril was going to do his 4 hours, and then going forward, just sit outside the tents by the fire and just keep stoking it for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
And every night going forward.
Okay, cool. Give me a perception check.
It's an 8.
Okay. Yeah, very quiet night. Nice. As you all go to sleep, Peril does his 4 hours and then is up. and bright and early as they're before the camps, normally the thing that wakes you up is the motors going on the tugboats. That's like the sign that you need to get up and get going. Before that happens, though, you can hear a commotion. You're all awoken by the sound of swearing, by the sounds of swords being drawn, and footsteps of 5 or 6 people making their way towards your camps. As Borash is calling all of you out. He comes into, Terry, you would already be awake. They're a group, Borash and maybe 4 or 5 of the Talons come in, swords drawn, calling everybody out of the tent. Get the fuck up! All of you now! I need to see your weapons! Someone has killed one of our own, and it is one of you cunts. I need to see everybody's sword now! Now! And they go around, they're kicking the tents, trying to get you to come out. As in the night, one of the Talon guards appears to have been stabbed in the back and is laid at the side of the bank.
As if the Talon guards are level 1.
More than level 1, how dare you? You get stabbed in the back. So yeah,
one shot?
Calling you
That's
out.
like...
That's what you do. Calling everybody out as they come around. As Boris says, so come on! Everybody, what's your weapons? Show us the weapons! And he demands to see everybody's weapons. You see the other the tugboat guys that come out, like they show the things as they're going around, as they are waiting to see the rest of you come out of your tents.
I will come out of my tent yawning and stretching.
Mm-hmm.
What is this noise?
Ah, here he is. Well, one of ours was stabbed in the night. And that's not the rules of the canal, is it? We look after each other. So I need to know which one of you cunts has stabbed one of my guys in the dead of the night. I'm sure one of you thieving bastards was trying to get into our cargo. So, swords out.
Maybe you should have looked after him better. As you say, you look after each other.
You see Boris
no.
steps up. He's like, let me see your fucking sword now.
I will draw my sword and say, how closely do you want to see it?
He looks down, seeing the rapier, and goes, seen all I need to. Watch yourself, smart boy. Dark at night, isn't it? Yeah?
It is apparently so dark you do not see your friend get stabbed.
Maybe you won't see your friend get stabbed. Watch ourselves. Not sure how well you can swim, your lot. Should we test it?
Yes, you may try if you wish.
Someone has killed one of our own. That's the end of us helping any of you cunts. You better watch yourself.
I have yet to see you help anybody.
He draws his sword up to you and says, I suggest you keep your mouth shut.
You want to do this now or later?
Like I said, you keep yourself away from us, and if we want to have a little tussle later, let's have a little tussle later. If you kill my man, just admit it now. We can go right now.
I have been asleep, but if I had done it, I would tell you.
The rest of them go round and will be inspecting the rest of your weapons, those that are willing to pull them out.
Yeah, I will show my dagger, and yeah, I said that's the.
What have you got?
Yeah, got my dagger. Yeah,
Same daggers for me.
Yeah, I've got a dagger as well.
I will show my greatest weapon, my mind.
But
and also my rapier.
Okay. With their
I take it from looking around, I cannot see the Lady Goblin anywhere.
yeah, the gnome. It's a gnome. It's not goblin.
I was the gnome.
But yeah,
Okay,
the
the Lady
you
Gnome
can't see.
anyway.
You can't see a lady goblin or a lady gnome. No, you cannot. So yeah, as Borash is stood, he's just like heavy breathing at you, and you can see that there's a lot of anger inside this man. You hear Wilhelmina kicks up, stood behind her 2 bodyguards, of course. Just says, well, what was taken then? If your man was stabbed and something was stolen, what was stolen? Let's open up the crate, shall we? See what was taken? And one of the guards quickly spins round. Borash turns from you and goes, we don't need to open up to see what was taken to know something was stolen. All right? No one goes around stabbing people in the back for no reason. So one of you's done it, and I can see a few swords that match the description. Of course you would have cleaned them. No one's that fucking stupid. Even these. And as he starts to go around, you see the human, the Silent Ashes human, steps in and says, Borash, look, we've made your point. Let us just go away. We have set the boundaries. Someone has committed an act, and we will be on alert from here on out. There's not much we can do now without any more evidence or without taking things further than we want to, as he looks towards Borash.
Is this the human that came on, the Silent Ashes
Yes.
human?
Yeah.
Can I insight him on that?
Yep.
As if to say, is he actually Silent Ashes or is he somebody high up in the Talons kind of thing? That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He
seems to come across as somebody of authority towards him.
Yeah, he seems to have. He speaks as if he has authority, but Borash doesn't seem to report into it. But the words he is saying does resonate with Borash, at least. And that's the most you would have all heard. Actually, probably anyone heard him speak out loud as he's addressing the group in totality.
Does he sound like he's southern or northern from his accent?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I would have been in both regions.
You would have been in both. I don't think he has a strong accent either way.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh, no.
Gross, he's from the Midlands.
Or he is difficult to place on purpose.
Okay.
As Borash turns to look, I think he probably would say it to him. He would look and say, "This is my mission, Rad, not yours." As he turns back, and then you hear Ent chip in and says, "The rules." What the shit was he saying? Oh, look, the rules of the canal. They have no witnesses, then we cannot do anything about it. The gods or God will punish those that have done the wrongdoing. All we can do is be vigilant now that there is maybe a thief among us. But without witnesses, without proof, we cannot all turn on each other now. That is not how these caravans work. Wilhelmina kicks into back up end. So you have a few of these guards, a few of these merchants stepping forward. You see Yilda Peril is not chipping in, but is reserved. He's ready to jump in if something needs to happen, but is not commenting on anything that's happening here.
Is Boris still pretty close to me?
Boris still pretty close to you, yeah.
I want to say quite enough for him and anybody close by to listen or to hear. Yes, Boris, listen to your friend.
He turns back to you and just says, "Your days are numbered, cunt." Spits on the floor, sheaths his sword and turns back. Says, "If we see any of you near our boats again, we kill on sight." He walks past and brushes the shoulder of the human that he addressed as Rad. Brushes past him, pushes back towards the camp. As he kind of backs up with his hands up and kind of doesn't address you guys anymore, but kind of nods and turns as the rest of the Talons leave with you. Every guard that was there, everyone pulled out the weapons as they went round. They're looking at that everyone's got short swords. Now, if this was just a general short sword, there's no way of finding. No one had a bloody sword that was there. But they go back, and you can see and hear that as the boats start to get going, they take some of the ornaments, some of the bits like money pouch, whatever, off, and then just roll the body of their comrade into the canal. So as the boats kick up and start going, You just see the body of one of these guards just is left floating in the canal as the ship kicks up and starts going.
Was it one of the ones from the front lot, then?
One of the ones from the front lot. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
didn't
so
even bother to pray to Ram to say
yeah.
goodbye or anything. Ourselves.
They
didn't do like a prayer or anything.
Not that you can see. So yeah, it was from the front. So someone, so for what they can work out, for what you can see as you pass by the scene, there was a scuffle on the bank where the Talon, one of the Talon ships was, one of the Talon wagons was kind of wedged up, and then the body went down there. Looking at it as you pass it by, you can just see there was a kerfuffle, and there's lots of footsteps there, but that's obviously where the Talons came through as well. But yeah, something happened on the bank right next to one of their boats, and their body was found with a stab wound in the back.
Can I keep an eye out for the little gnome?
Yes. As the ship pulls off and they start moving on, 2 or 3 hours later, you see the gnome appears from one of the cabins, one of the hubs.
I try to catch her eye.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So we get some more time as well. So yeah, as this goes through and the boat kicks off, she appears close to you so we can pick up you and Hannah next week. But yes, as we start day 8, there's been a murder. And one of the Talons has been stabbed, and they're not very happy about it. So we'll pick up that conversation next week as the ships get back on the road, one Talon guard down, and the mood of the Talons heightened even further into undisguised hatred, shall we say. Excellent stuff. Till next week. Ta-ta. Farewell.